Cool. Good to go.
Good to go. We are live. It is February the 2nd, 2020, National Palindrome Day, apparently.
I
I'm
didn't
Ben.
even realize.
Welcome to the Canucks with Guitars Super Bowler special featuring myself, but really featuring the man, the myth, the legend, the demo artist, the shredder, the tapper, my friend, Sammy Boller in the house. Yay!
Yo, what's happening, man? Thanks for having me on.
Oh, man, had to do it. It's been too long. I know we've been talking about doing this since, well, we were talking off air in Toronto last June. It was like, yeah, we got to get together and do a hangout. And then it was, I watched you in 2019 and you were everywhere, it seemed, throughout that year.
Thank you, man. Yeah, it was a really really fun year, really productive year for sure.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Who do we have in the chat here? You know how it works, folks. If you want to shout out, you got to say hi. And that way, they're good enough to tune into us. The least we can do is say hey to them. First in the chat, we have the original Paramutant. We have Brack Stubblefield. We have the Wild One, Absolute Mayhem in the house, who you had met, Sammy. He was hanging out with me at Cosmo Music Fest event.
I remember. Yeah, I remember. What's happening? Oh, this is great.
Edwin Crane. We got Joe Hervey tuning in from Long Island. We got Jack the Rabbit from the Bay City area. Fisherman6798, hello, welcome, new name in the chat. And I should say, folks, I'm expecting a bunch of new names. If any of you are kind enough to subscribe, much love, leave a thumbs up. Let's see, we got Gary Tholander in here. We got Sandra Pokerney in the house. Had a great hangout with them last night on the Bent Metal broadcast. We have Caleb Rappaport of Nerd Halen in the house.
That's my dude. We were hanging at NAMM.
Hell yeah. We've got Mark Taft, my personal roadie and one of my best friends in here. We got Thomas Santiago, Brad Miller, Craig Tomlinson, Ron Limber. Awesome. Nice little crowd already. We've got 20 people jumping in already, and we've only been live 2 minutes.
That's perfect, man. We're off to a rolling start. We're getting close to Super Bowl numbers.
Yes, and I do want to give a special shout out to Caleb from Nerd Halen 1 for doing a yeoman effort demoing the EVH Frankie for me, because let's be honest, let's have Caleb demo a Frankenstein-style guitar instead of yours truly, who, as we were looking at my guitars off air, I'm pretty much a hardtail guy, so let's let Caleb, and that video hit 10,000 views as of last night, and also check out the Van Halen News Desk that just put up an interview with Caleb on Friday night.
I just saw that, man. I was pulled that up. It was like a couple days ago. That's killer.
Yeah, he texted me about that, and thanks to Van Halen News Desk as well for being including my video on their top 5 EVH videos of NAMM and at the bottom of Caleb's interview.
That's badass. That's killer.
Yeah, blew me away.
That's so cool, man. I'm glad he's in the chat.
Yeah, there's Todd Flowers. He says, just popped in to say hello all and give a thumbs up, cuz watch the rest later. All right, man. LA Sparks, hello, from Muscle Shoals, Alabama. Now, there's some tone in that town. Look out.
And Muscle Shoals, oh, yeah. Big time. Have you watched the documentary on Netflix?
Oh, multiple times, yes.
Yeah, that is, like, insanely cool.
It's just sick, yeah. Six-String Brian, hello. He had quite the Friedman video from NAMM. Possibly the Friedman video of NAMM.
Really I saw that. Yeah, it was killer.
Eddie Van Haskell, hello. Ron Limber asks, when was the last time you went fishing, Sammy?
Oh, man, it's been a while. It's been a long time. I used to go fishing all the time with my dad, like when I was a kid, but I haven't gone in a while. It's like every summer, me and my buddies are always like, all right, we're going fishing one night. Because there's a lot of lakes. I'm in Detroit, so there's a lot of lakes in Michigan that you can like rent boats and just kind of, get a trolley motor and take it out. But it's like we never get around to it. But I love fishing.
Your area is the exact same as me, because like I'm 100 miles east of Toronto, so weather-wise, terrain-wise, it's all the same. It's gorgeous. Every 3 minutes you hit a lake. It's great.
It's awesome, man. Yeah, it's awesome. I'm definitely gonna go this summer.
Nice. Wow, chat is flying, man. We got 34 people in already. Okay. Hello, Jason. Hello. Few people here. Wow. Let's see. Nerd Halen asks, when did you start going multi-finger right hand on the fretboard, and who was the inspiration? Oh, just deep diving in.
That's a good question. I started doing that. It's really been like the past few years or so that I've been working on it. In the old band that I played in, we had a couple songs where it was a little bit of that, but not totally. I didn't totally dive into it yet, you know. But I'd say I had this like really long tour with my old band. We were opening for Steel Panther for like a month, and I got home and like everybody was just so burned out from it. You know, it was like a really crazy tour. So I kind of just started working on it for fun, you know, just like coming up with arrangements and melodies and stuff. And I don't know, I just kind of really liked it and found it exciting, you know. So that's when I really started hitting it hard. I'd say probably like a little over 2 years ago.
There we are.
And inspiration, I don't know, man. I'm a huge Eddie guy too. You know what I mean?
How can you not be?
How could you not be? Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I've been tapping, like he was my favorite guitar player from when I started playing, you know. So I've been playing like that style a little bit since I was a little kid, you know. But the more current stuff, probably the past 2 years or so.
Jeez, we got another wave of people jumping in. JJ's House of Jams, my NAMM brother. I was staying at JJ's place during NAMM. We've got
man.
JP Page 2. There's Lawrence Petross of LPD Pedals. Zach Thong. Man, all kinds of people. Nice.
We're killing it, man. This is cool. This is super cool.
Eric C, hello. Yeah, we got 38. It says 38, but I think that number's off because this chat's flying. David Ennis. He says David Ennis and guest. I like that.
Yeah. And guest. There you go.
Hello, nice, Amy. Man. She says, "What's up, Sammy?" Amy Harp.
Oh, nice. Yo, what's going on? She's one of my guitar students.
Nice. Welcome. Dan in New Jersey.
Man, this is so cool how you can actually see the chat. Usually, when I've done these type of live stream things, I've never been able to see the chat while we're doing it. This is awesome.
It really helps because it could be something like I might miss something and you'll see it. You're like, hey, that's a cool question. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about that. No, yeah, it's a killer.
Awesome. I hope everyone's having a good night out in there. Jack the Rabbit asks, how do we get Sammy lessons?
Send me a message. You can either email me at sammyboller@gmail.com or any way you can get in contact with me. Instagram message, anything like that. But I teach on FaceTime, Skype, that whole thing. And we can work on whatever you want to, you know. It's kind of like personalized lessons, you know. It's not like a one size fit all type thing, you know. But
I will say, in the time I've spent with you, you're very laid back. I could see that, like as a teacher, you know, that chill vibe. Because I remember you noodling in the amp room a few times during amp. I'm like, what are you doing there? You're like, oh, and just you broke it down. I'm like, yeah, you teach. Okay, you know, it's like I get that. I forgot it within 10 minutes.
Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, no, man. There's nothing to it. No, I love teaching, bro. I do it quite a bit these days. But lately, I've been doing more like teaching a lot of like the tapping stuff, which is cool, you know. But we can work on anything, you know. Sure. That's awesome. Brian, what does your shirt say, bro?
Oh, well, you know, this is the latest design from the boys at Flipside Music. Says I tap that with a humbucker.
With a humbucker. Do you use coil taps in your guitars?
I do.
Or no?
I do.
Yeah, I do too, man.
You know, the last few projects I've done has been cover bands, so you got to cover a lot of territory. And my number one was a dual humbucker telly with coil tap.
That's what I don't use a telly, but same thing, 2 humbuckers and coil taps in them. Yeah, I think that's my favorite pickup combo for sure. Yeah, definitely.
LMD, Great Vanzini. Martin's tuning in. Man, it's a late night for Martin. He's in Austria, I believe.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's 2 a.m. Nice.
I've always wanted to go to Vienna, man. That's like that's one of my dream places to go.
Oh, beautiful city. Yeah.
Have you been before?
I would love to go. No, I really want to do a European trip. I'm waiting as a YouTuber to get a call to an event in Germany and say, okay, I'm just hanging back for a couple of weeks and just backpack around whatever, you know.
You got to do it, man. I got to go at the end of last year for a YouTube thing, and it was incredible. I met a couple of people from Lewitt Microphones, and they're in Vienna. Okay. And just from everything they said about it, it's just even more than you can imagine, you know. Nice. Like all the music history alone, but just you know, the whole deal, the beautiful architecture, everything. I really want to go.
Exactly. Let's see here. Gur is asking LPD pedals what pedal you'd recommend for old school bluesy sound. He says the Modern Classic, and I'll agree to that.
What pedal is this?
Let's see. LPD does some amazing pedals. Kind of goes into Dave's territory a bit. He's kind of known as building Marshalls and boxes, I'd say, due to recent popularity. But he does a whole variety of stuff. The Modern Classic, it's one of those beautiful parallel, clean and dirty at the same time. So you kind of got a tube screamer, but with more of a gain and tone variety, parallel with a clean going into it. So you can get some really cool SRV stuff.
That's awesome. You know what? Somebody was just telling me about those, actually, now that I think about it. I've heard those are awesome.
Oh, his Vermin for me is just amazing. It's his take on the Rat. And he basically he fixed everything that you don't like in a Rat.
I actually have used that pedal at the studio I work at in Detroit. They have one of the Vermin pedal in the vocal chain. Like they use it for distorting vocals, like that, and like a tape delay. So I actually have used that pedal before.
Well, there we are.
That's kind of an
Lawrence,
unconventional way to use it, but yeah, they're super cool.
Right on. And let's see, I think I saw Caleb had asked, how did you get hooked up with Friedman?
Dave's from Detroit too, and we had like a mutual friend. There's a like the best music store in Detroit is called Motor City Guitar, and I've been going there since I was like a really little kid, you know, so I knew the owner pretty well. And that was Dave's not only neighbor but like childhood best friend. Like they played in bands together, just grew up together like family. So when Dave was in Detroit like a few years ago, Marty hooked me up with him and said, hey, why don't you guys go out and just, you know, I was already playing one of his amps, you know, so we had that to talk about already, you know.
Nice.
But we just became friends, man. But yeah, we met through Marty Manui.
Very cool. Hello to Kat M and SD Design joining in. Preston Smith. Nice.
I gotta scroll down on here.
I'm going to swap up the banner and quickly thank the channel sponsors: Lawrence Petross Design, Reno Fin Custom Guitars, Tesi Switch, FU Tone, Flipside Music, and Ardens Music. There we are.
Man, you got a lot of sponsors, man. That's great. That's killer.
Yeah. Well, you know what it's like working in bands and stuff. You got to hustle, get every bit where you can, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, cool. Ardens allows me to use their gear in store for doing demos. Flipside supplies me with the NAMM passes. Reno Fin builds my custom pickups and my signature guitar. Tesi Switch, I'm an official artist for them now. FU Tone, how can you go wrong with FU Tone stuff? Adam's
yeah, what do you use I know you use the FU Tone pickups. What else do you use in your guitars?
I am waiting on a brass block, and I think I'm going to go with the titanium saddle inserts as well.
Okay, I've heard those are cool.
A full-blown FU bridge, you know, which, hey, I won't complain about that, but it is a German Floyd on it, so that's the nice part. But yeah, right now it's just the pickups I'm using of his because I play mainly hardtail stuff. But he and I were talking during NAMM, and he's like, "We got to do something with that Kramer." I'm like, "Yeah, we do. Let's do it."
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. Oh, cool. And we're using, available through futone.com, the new hex hider key. Have you seen these?
I've got it. Yeah, Dave gave me a couple packs of those. Those are super cool.
Aren't they great?
That's saving my life. Yeah, I've been using them on both my guitars.
No doubt.
Yeah, because I've played Floyd since I was really young, you know. So that's always the pain in the ass. Like, I hate having to go digging through your guitar case just to unlock it, you know. So it's like that's a really cool innovation.
Yep. Yeah.
I think I might be wrong, but I think Friedman's doing something with them for their guitars.
Nice.
Don't quote me on that though.
Well, they should.
They should.
Not,
yeah, for sure.
They should. Dave, if you're lurking here, because I know Dave will lurk on occasion. So if you're
really nice, man. Yeah, no, but he really likes those.
All right.
I'm looking through the chat right now too.
Yeah. When in doubt, check the chat. SD Design Waves, hello. Love it. Cat M loves the new song, Kingdom of the Sun. I was listening to it earlier today and had seen the video, I believe, last week. I caught that. Oh,
Awesome, man. Thanks for
yeah.
checking it out. I
Well,
appreciate it.
after you sent me the link to the album today, I listened to the album while I was putting around, and I'm sorry, that's not a rock album. That's a clinic.
Oh, thanks, man.
You know,
Thank
I'm
you
just
so much.
listening to it. I was like, wow. You know, when I get distracted from what I'm doing, because I'm like, ooh, what did you do there? Oh, I like that. That's a nice turnaround.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Thanks for. I'm glad you like it, man. I'm gonna send you a CD when we get off here.
Awesome.
Or I'll mail it out. But thank you. So I'm glad, really glad you like it. I'm excited to finally have it out.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I remember we were talking about it a bit at NAMM there, and I could tell you were stoked, and you're like, it's all coming together. I love it. And I'm like, yes, good. Because I remember you talking about it a while back, but it's these things, it takes so long to get everything just right. And
Exactly. Yeah.
Good, man.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been done for a while. Like the actual recording of it's been done for a while, but I kind of held out and tried to, try to get all the stuff lined up before I'd, let it go or whatever. But no, I feel really good about it, man. I've got a lot of really good people help me out with it, so it's all good. But yeah, it's coming out in March.
We've got 57 people reported watching, and Sandra is asking, Sammy, what do you like on your pizza?
What do I like on my pizza? Oh man, I was vegetarian for a while, so I was getting veggie pizza for a while, but I'm not anymore. I'm not right now. I don't know. Lately, I guess like pepperoni mushroom. Is that what do you usually get, bro?
I'm good with a pepperoni, just a straight pepperoni, and I do enjoy. I'm one of those guys. I do like a Hawaiian pizza. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I like that too. You can't really go wrong, man. In Detroit, there's a lot of good pizza places, so it's like.
Yeah. I spent 6-7 months living in Windsor, so very similar in that respect. Like every neighborhood has their own pizza joint with their own sauce, their own pepperoni, their own cheese, whatever.
Dude, I didn't know you lived. When did you live in Windsor?
That would have been, let's see, the second half of 95 into 96. I worked at the casino when there was a riverboat casino. I worked at the riverboat casino.
No shit, really? That's
cool.
In
another life.
Wow, that's crazy. There's still like a river boat you can go on from the Detroit side. I forget the name of it right now, but I went on it one night with a friend of mine. But I thought you were talking about what is the casino in Windsor right now? Caesars? Caesars. Yeah. Yeah, I've been there a couple times. That's always fun.
Yeah, Mark, who's in the chat, his brother Milt works at the casino Caesars there in Windsor. So he's always telling me what bands are coming through and stuff.
That's really cool. They have a really good venue in there. Like I saw the Killers there a few years ago. I got to guitar tech for Alanis Morissette when she played there. They needed somebody like last minute. They didn't have anybody, so nice. I had to go across the border and do that. That was cool.
Shout out Alanis.
She's amazing. Yeah, that was the trip. But yeah, it was super cool. It was like an acoustic show.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, it was fun. That was a while ago now, but yeah, it was cool.
Let's see here. Brian Landreth says he likes Canadian bacon, otherwise ham. Exactly. Hello, Daniel Horsley. Hello, Ian McPherson. Hello, James Madigan. He says, hey, Sammy, give me a shout out.
Oh, that's my buddy Jimmy, man. Happy birthday, Jimmy. Or it was his birthday a couple days ago.
Well, happy birthday, Jimmy, and thanks for tuning in.
I lost the chat. I got to figure out how to get it back here. I think it'll come up in a second.
Let's see here. Sean says, saw the video with Sammy and Steve Stevens. Wow, just brilliant tone for Sammy.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Steve, I've gotten to know Steve pretty well like the past year or so, man. He's awesome. Like just an awesome guy. In addition to being like a complete legendary guitarist and musician. But yeah, he's like the sweetest guy ever too.
All the guys that survived the 80s and then had to survive the 90s have like the egos are gone that they may have had 30 years ago, and now they just want to talk gear, rock out, laid back. Yeah, and Steve seems like one of those guys. Although I don't think he ever really had much of an ego.
I couldn't imagine, even like in the heyday. No, I don't see that at all. I know a lot of those guys back then. Yeah, there may have been, but with Steve, it's like he's just a really down to earth guy. You know, for all the success and all the stuff he's done, it's like, Yeah, it's crazy, and a lot of amazing stories, man. Sometimes the story, like we just did this clinic in San Diego, and we drove from LA to San Diego and back for it, and just the
Right.
stories alone, just sitting in the car with him, are just like, jaw on the floor. You're like, wow,
No doubt.
it's like, are you serious? That cannot be, but yeah,
Right.
he's a
When
really
your
he's a
jaw's already on the floor and then such and such walked in. You're like,
that's literally what it was like. He's got this story during the video that he was talking about it. He tells this story about uh, doing the bad video for Michael Jackson, and Michael comes up to him in like the whole regalia, like all dressed up, and he does a David Lee Roth impression, just like dead on. He goes, "I thought I was in the Twilight Zone, like I was watching Michael Jackson do David Lee Roth just to me." And
right.
said it was just said I could have died. So it was just so crazy.
No doubt. Okay, like
Yeah, it was nuts.
you can't make that stuff up.
No, I mean, could you imagine that? And especially that's when Mike was like the biggest star in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Hey,
It's crazy,
Blackjack
man.
Guitar Nut. Good to see you, man.
I'm about to scroll back on here, see what we're missing.
Curlbar. Good to see you, man. Janice, hello.
What do I like on my pizza? We got to that. Let's see.
Sean says he sees 59 in the chat. I see that now too.
We're going, man. Who's doing the halftime show this year? Do you know? I didn't even look it up.
I want to say J-Lo and Shakira.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, at least this year, people I've heard of. So
yeah, I can get down with Shakira, man. That's cool. I don't know. I haven't watched the Super Bowl in so long. I don't even know.
Yeah, I honestly have no idea either. Like, I'm sure I was at somebody's place and it happened to be on type thing.
The last time I remember watching it, I was in a session and it was like a joke. Like somebody pulled it up on their laptop and put it on the console. So like we were streaming it illegally, like on somebody's laptop. So that's like and that had to have been like 5 years ago at least. It was pretty hilarious just watching it. It was back when you had to illegally stream stuff to
Right.
watch it. But no, yeah, I haven't watched it in a while. I don't even know who's playing.
Good question. Lawrence asks from LPD Pedals, are you a pedal guy? Do you have a favorite pedal?
All right, is me or you? Just asking me?
Oh, he's asking you because he knows my favorite pedals.
Oh, okay.
Most of them are his. That's why.
I don't use a lot of distortion. That's one thing. Like I'm more of like an amp distortion type guy. This is sometimes like if I'm playing a gig with a backline, like I'll usually use one of Dave's BEODs. Like I was playing last night, and just playing through a backline amp or whatever. So I just use that, and that's a great distortion pedal if you just need to plug in whatever and get your sound,
Mm-hmm.
As far as like what I use now, like on my pedal board, I'm more of like a delay guy. So right now on my board, I have a TC Electronics, like the big flashback, but I think I'm going to replace it. I've been using a Strymon Timeline, and I really like that. So I know like everybody kind of uses that now for delay, but I've kind of been digging that thing. So I think I'm going to throw that on my board. But other than that, I use an Empress compressor for a lot of like the clean tapping stuff. That's a really, really good compressor. So those are probably like my main two effects.
I'm just scrolling back on my phone because I may or may not have a photo of your pedal board from Cosmo.
Oh, did you get it? Nice, man. I had just gotten that thing when we met last year.
Let's see here. Did Ben need space on his phone? That's the question.
I know, I'm running out of space too. I was going to clear it. I was going to clear it earlier, but I ran out of time. It's a pain.
Yep, it's gone. Damn it.
That's okay. I'll send you a picture of it or whatever. But those are like the main two effects. You know what I just got that I actually really like is a whammy ricochet. Have you ever played one of those?
No. Tell me. I'm intrigued.
So I saw I got to look at Steve Vai's board like this summer, and he's like pretty famous for using a whammy pedal, but he doesn't use the actual like pedal part of it. Like he just uses the momentary switch, and he has it set, and the trick is up a fifth. That's what he sets it to. So like when you hear him doing all that crazy stuff when
Sure.
he's wailing, so you can do that just with the little whammy ricochet pedal, that's basically all it is. It doesn't have the big foot piece or whatever. It just has the momentary, so you can just have it jump up and back down, you know. So that's a cool pedal to check out.
Now I need another pedal. Thanks. Yeah.
I know. It just never fucking ends, man.
I lost count. I think I'm at 65 pedals right now. So.
No, that's not. I mean, that's a lot, but that's pretty. I mean, once you get into pedal collectors and stuff like that, that's pretty.
Well, yeah. Part of it's collecting. Part of it's, you know, they come in for demo. Part of it's trade. Because I'll even get a pedal I don't necessarily want for myself, but it make for a good demo, or I know it's good trade bait for something else down the road. So
right.
Hello to Sean Zimmerman. Nice. Let's see. Fisherman 6798 is asking, when will you be releasing your tour schedule? Please come to Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, nice. It's coming. So it'll be US first, but it'll be around like the time my album comes out. So that's like March 20th. And we're doing a release show here in Detroit, April 3rd. So that's not announced yet, but that's when we're doing the release show.
Excellent.
Yeah. Yeah, it's exciting, man.
Let's see here. Hello to Michael Collins. Tom Harhigh wants you to come to Philadelphia. Well, if you do Pittsburgh, Philly's only another few hours east.
Philly's great, man. That's like one of my favorite towns. I forget, we played there. My old band played there a couple times. I just can't remember the name of the venue right now. I think we opened for somebody at the Fillmore in Philly, which was really fun. I think it was, at least. I'm pretty sure. But it was downtown. It was super fun.
And since you let the cat out of the bag, do you have a venue for your release party? Because we got a few Michiganders in the chat here, and they're all like, "What? Huh? Where?"
Yeah, it's not the tickets. The tickets aren't on sale yet, but yeah, it's going to be at the Pike Room in Pontiac. My old band had this rehearsal space in Pontiac for a few years, and it was just crazy, dude. It was just like people were living out of there. It was nuts. But so that kind of like was our home base or whatever. So this club is like right on the same block.
Oh, perfect.
It's a really good spot, man. Yeah, and we did like a couple showcases there and stuff. It's it's like home base, but yeah, the Pike Room.
Nice.
Yeah, it'll be fun, man. You come in
for two Michigan guys who like talking to each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I gotta pull down one. Okay, let's see. You know where Wyandotte, Lincoln Park? Yeah, I know all these places.
Yeah, Jay Steen and JP Page 2 are both from Michigan.
Okay, awesome. Whereabouts? Pontiac is cool. Yeah, Pontiac is really cool. That's a city that's like kind of changed a lot in the past few years. It's always been changing, like for a while, but it's gotten pretty nice.
Nice. Absolute Mayhem is asking, he loves your Les Paul. What model is it?
It's like a Les Paul Access. It's like same specs except for like the way it looks. It was a one-off, like somebody had it built. And then they sold it, and I got it used. I found it online and bought it used. But I've done a couple modifications to it. I replaced I use Motor City pickups,
right,
which are killer. And Wade and we're doing like a signature set of pickups that are coming out soon.
Nice.
Which is, yeah, I'm excited about it, man. But I put those in there, and then it has coil taps as well. And I've done a couple other things to it. Like I've got an EVH like D tuner on it. I was playing a drop D for a while, so
right.
I have that on there. That's just a great guitar, man. That's like, I'm sure you have guitars yourself where it's like you just feel a real like visceral connection to them, you know.
I do.
Like,
I do.
That's like yeah. I'll always keep that thing. That's like the going to the grave guitar.
Yeah. Hello to Gravel Rocks, James Kohler Music, Guitar Man 45.
Dude, James is a great guitar player.
Nice. Well, welcome to all the new folks jumping in tonight. This is awesome. If you enjoy it, please subscribe.
Like and subscribe. That's what we're talking. Let's see what else is on here. Do you know Guitar
Man 45 lives in Brighton, Michigan.
I've been there. Nice. Brighton's great.
Janice is asking, is your guest in a band?
I'm like doing like solo instrumental music now. So it's like it's under my name, but it is a band. It's me and the bass player in my band. His name's Steve Lehane. He like produced my album. We worked on a lot of stuff together. He's like a great producer and engineer as well as being a bass player. And then the drummer's named Miguel Gutierrez. He's a great Detroit drummer, killer.
Nice. Nice.
His dad used to play with Aretha, which is super cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, his dad's a phenomenal drummer as well.
Right on. And
Yeah.
hello to Steve from Boston. He says, "Sup, guys? I got some great video of Sammy at NAMM. Should be up this week."
Oh, nice. Steve's my dude. Hey, Steve.
Yeah, Steve rocks.
What's going on? Yeah, he's a great guy. Yeah, we met in Germany of all places. But yeah, he's a super good guy. Nice, man. There's a lot of people in here.
Oh yeah,
We're knocking into Super Bowl ratings already. This is great.
Yeah, it says 57, which has been constant, but it's been rotating. I think I'm seeing new names constantly. Quentin James just showed up. Oh dear Lord.
All right, we're lighting up the chat. Let's see what he's. No, I'm just kidding. Whose dad played with Aretha? Miguel. It's Miguel Gutierrez. Is my drummer, and it says his dad used to play with Aretha for a long time. I'm looking through some of these other ones.
Joe Travante, hello. Yeah, lots of new. Let's see. Jay Steen says, "Sammy, did you ever hear of a band called Crackjaw? They were together for a while but broke up. That's my neighbor down the street."
I think my friend Matt Dalton was involved with that. I'm pretty sure that was like they were together a few years ago, right? Like they aren't still. I don't think they're still together. But no, they were supposed to be amazing. I never got to see them, but I heard they were a really good band.
I appreciate
heard they were great.
Though. Todd Flowers is back. Sean Walden, howdy, howdy. Do you know Tone Wars, Jared Grumblatt from Detroit?
I don't know. That name doesn't sound super familiar, but is it a channel? YouTube channel?
Yes, through Jamie Trevino. That's who I know them.
Oh, I think I've met him. I think he's in a band around here.
Yeah, he's in Rockstar. He's one of their.
Oh, I know that band. Yeah, I know that band. They play at a club like right by my house a lot. Yeah, I know who that is.
And we get a request to play in Potterville. Geez, I think we're announcing the tour one city at a time here.
Who said that? Oh yeah, let me pull up the dates. No, I'm just kidding.
Quentin James says, "I had a hard time with this question. Ask Sammy when he plays, what does he think he sounds like?"
What do I think I sound like? Oh, I don't know. I've never thought about that. I don't know how to answer that.
This has been a pondering question of Quentin James across social media for some time now. And
what is it?
When you play guitar, who do you think you sound like? It's like, yeah, that's an interesting question.
That is an interesting question. I don't know. I think like everybody obviously has influences and stuff, but I think like the more as you get older, you end up sounding more and more like yourself, or at least I'd like to think so. But when I was 15, I probably sounded a lot like Eddie. At least I wanted to. At least that's what I was going for.
Nice,
but I don't know. I don't know about it anymore. I don't know what I sound like now. Randy Van Halen.
Somebody was asking if Randy Rhoads was an influence on your playing.
Yeah, him and Van Halen are my two favorites. I fucking love Randy Rhoads.
And then Steve says Randy Van Halen.
That's cool. No, Randy was the best, man. Like it's like I was obsessed with him, man. Like read everything I could about him. He's like just an incredible musician. Yeah, amazing.
Let's see here. I saw Ian McPherson asks, "How many guitars do you own at the moment?"
Good question. I don't know. Let me think. And here I'm in like a little apartment, so I'm starting to run out of room. So I guess that's a good estimate. But I don't know. I have probably around like 10. I only have one acoustic, the rest like all electric. I'm looking to get like a nice acoustic though. That's gonna be my next purchase.
Nice.
Yeah, but my two main guitars are that Les Paul and then the Friedman NoHo.
Right.
So those are the main two. Like when I go on the road, those are probably the two I'm going to take.
And was that your NoHo that was in the amp room during NAMM?
The white one, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so, because that's the guitar I played.
Oh, did you play it? Nice, man. Yeah, it's a great guitar. It's badass.
Yeah, felt great.
Yeah, it's super badass, man. I love. Do you have any Friedman guitars? Have you ever played any of them?
I do not, but I have. Whenever I see one, I pick them up. And so that's one of the highlights of going to the various events is I get to play Friedman guitars. And ironically enough, I built a signature guitar that it closely resembles a Friedman in many ways as far as feel, like the neck with the rolled edges, raw feel. I did all that stuff.
That's cool. There's nothing like having your own like custom spec axe.
And here we go.
Oh, is that it? There you go. Dude, I've always wanted a Tele with P90s.
Yeah. So yeah, mahogany body, maple neck, raw all the way around. Stainless frets, vintage size, 6-saddle bridge, 4-way switch so you can get that out of phase Strat sound, and a Tesi kill switch because why not?
Oh, that's cool. A kill switch on a Tele. I don't know if I've ever seen that, man. That's cool.
I think it's me and John 5.
Oh, he's got one. Yeah, he's got one. Yeah, that's awesome though, man. I like the finish a lot too.
Oh, thanks. I forget what he called it. The Devil Burst, I think he called it.
That's cool. What is the company? Who's the company that makes that?
That is Reno Fin Custom Guitars. He's out of Victoria, British Columbia. He's a buddy of mine from childhood that got into building guitars, and we started talking. So he does that guitar, and he does, I want to say, 4 different sets of pickups for me. So P90s,
nice, man.
a Tele set, a Strat set, and my favorite, the humbucker, which is known as the Canuck Bucker.
Canuck Bucker, there you go.
Which is very much in the family of a DiMarzio Super Distortion.
Okay, I love that pickup. Yeah, I love that pickup. What would you compare his P90s to? Did you guys base it on anything?
The neck is basically a stock, more modern Parsons Street style P90, as he called it. Okay. And then I had him, which normally puts out a similar output to a PAF, like a 7.5K output. Okay. It's 7.2, 7.5 in around there. I can't remember. But then I have him do the bridge, wind it up to 9.5K. So it's an overwound P90 in the bridge.
So it's a little bit hotter. Yeah, that's cool.
It's hairy. It's hairy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You pretty much need a noise gate if you're running any kind of serious gain.
Serious gain. What's like your main amp live, man? What type of rig are you playing?
Usually it's the Fender Blues Deluxe.
That's a good amp.
Yeah, great pedal platform, and then it's just a variety of overdrives to cover, everything from country to blues to rock to punk to whatever.
That's killer. Yeah, those are really good amps. Super cool, and they look sweet too. It's like a classic.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's great, man.
Quentin James asks, live, does Sammy prefer in-ears or a nice loud cab hitting him in the back of the head? I much prefer the latter.
Same. Yeah, I fucking hate in-ears, dude. I've had to use them a few times on gigs, but it's the worst. No, I usually just go with a wedge and a crank. I don't know. Like I've gotten so used to doing gigs without even a sound check, so it's usually just you fucking just turn up and go,
Right.
Yeah, I'm more old school in that way.
Hey, we have Jason McNamara in the chat. He says, I met Sammy at NAMM in the Friedman amp room. That was cool. Nice to see you too, Ben. Great to see you, Jason.
Yo, what time is it there? Something crazy.
Yeah, I was going to say,
see you, Jason.
Around 8 or 9 a.m. Monday.
It's got to be, right? Yeah, that's crazy.
Mark says Ben's amps are nice, but they're very heavy. Yeah, he carries my amps, so.
Oh, nice. Yeah, those are fucking heavy, dude. What is that? A 212? Yeah, 212, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's just a beast. Do you have it in a road case or no?
No, just a slip cover over it. So, fortunately, the last
cool.
years it's just been gigging locally, so it's like everybody just arrives with their gear because the practice space was all headphone-based recording or rehearsals. So. I had one pedal board there. I had another pedal board at home to take the gigs. Fun stuff.
That's perfect. Yeah, that's cool. It's heavy, but it's all right.
10:40 a.m. here in Tokyo.
1040 in Tokyo. Wow, I wish I was there.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Somebody had asked here. Jay Steen had asked. Sammy's main guitar is his Les Paul, right? Cool. He can play any guitars he wants as a Friedman artist.
Yeah, those are like my two main guitars, the NoHo and the Les Paul. Yeah, I'm kind of like a creature of habit, man. It's like once I find something I like, I just kind of stick with it, you know.
And I think Dave gets that. It would be like, you know, play some stuff on the NoHo. If you play the Les Paul the rest of the night, I'm not going to complain.
Oh no, Dave is super cool, dude. Yeah, Dave would never be like that. No, it's just cool to have an amazing axe like that, you know. Like I'd never really had a super strat type of guitar or a guitar at all with 24 frets, you know.
Right.
So it's like that's so cool. It like adds a whole new thing, you know. But yeah, I usually use both of those live.
Let's see. James Madigan asks, have you ever snuggled on the couch with David Black after sound check at Harpo?
Jimmy. I have seen Dave Black at Harpo's, and I'm pretty sure Jimmy was there, but we did not snuggle on the couch. Do you know who David Black is, Ben?
I did an interview with David Black at NAMM.
This year?
Yep.
Is it up? Really?
Yep.
Oh, nice, man. Yeah, Dave's like one of my best friends, man. He's
it was one of those. Well, similar to you. You were busy talking to somebody, and then I started chatting with him the same way we would chat. And then I was like, you want to turn on the camera? And so we did a couple minutes as an interview. And after that, it was just like, yeah, you would see me. I'd wander over to the booth multiple times a day, and it'd be either pick up a conversation with you or David.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite guitar players. He's just awesome. And just a dear friend. Yeah, he's great. He's for anybody in the chat that doesn't know, he was in his band is called Seduce, and they're like a legendary Detroit band. They'd sell out like St. Andrews Hall in Detroit like 3 nights in a row, like in their heyday. But they still get together and play like a couple times a year, and they still just slam everywhere they play around here. So, and he's just a really phenomenal musician and great guy.
I agree.
Yeah, awesome. I can't wait to see that.
McNamara, really enjoyed your playing on the Andertons video with Rabia.
Oh, thank you, Jay. Thank you. Yeah, that was a cool. That was fun. It was cool meeting Rabea. I'd never met him. That was super cool.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. I did a quick interview with him during NAMM too. I just happened to run into him.
Did you guys talk to him?
Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to meet him. Dave and I got to go to Andertons when we were over there. And the room, first of all, that room they shoot all that stuff in is tiny. Like you'd be shocked how small that is.
Right.
But Rebeo wasn't there. So I was hoping to meet him, but it was cool to meet him in California or whatever.
And but, I would be remiss if I didn't ask, especially because we've got a few supporters in the chat. What's it like doing a video at Henning Pauly's house?
Henning's great, dude. Henning's my dude. Have you been to like his compound or no?
I have not. I hope to one day for sure.
I'm sure you will, dude. So it's his house, his brother's house, his mom's house. Like it's the street he grew up on, but it's completely. He owns basically. They own the whole block. So like when they did the 42 Deer Street thing. It's just all the buildings they turned into like video studios. It was super cool. But he's a great guy, man. Like he's really funny, and I like he's really spontaneous too, which I like. You know, like you never know what the fuck's gonna happen with him.
Right.
So yeah, he's a good guy.
The series of videos you guys did, you know, like the one where you got Dave's just sitting on a couch and you just ignore him. I was like, this is brilliant because it's not just a gear demo. It adds that entertainment factor to it.
Are you talking about the one we shot at his house?
Oh yeah,
like a while. Yeah. That was funny. Did you see the one where we taped him up to the chair? Yeah, that was the shit. Yeah, he's a good sport, man. He's cool. Really? Leslie's great too. His girlfriend's great as well. His whole family, man.
Oh yeah, I agree on that. Quality guy. Jason says, yeah, Henning's one of the best souls on the planet, and I'd have to agree with that.
I completely agree. Yeah, he's really cool. He's really good for like the YouTuber like community as well. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quentin
Great.
James asked, did Sammy escape the Namthrax?
I didn't get it. Yeah, I'm so lucky. All my buddies were sick. I don't know how I didn't get it. At least I'm knocking on wood right now because we're not that far out or whatever. But
well,
I hope I
we
don't
were
get it.
taking all those antidotes in the amp room at the Friedman booth. I think that's what it was. All the antidotes they had there.
The whiskey cleared the toxins out of your system.
Yep. Yeah. Well, hey, you poured me at least one glass of tequila. I know that.
There people were drinking a lot this year. I don't know. It was pretty crazy. But I wasn't so bad. But yeah, there was some people frequenting that bar where it was just like, wow, But that's cool. It's all in good fun, man.
Yep. Hello to Eric. Welcome. Another new name in the chat. Fishman6798 says, I first saw Sammy at the Fishhead Cantina in Baltimore in 2016. He has been my favorite musician ever since. Simply amazing.
Thank you. I remember that gig, actually. Yeah, I remember that. That was the first time in Baltimore. Super cool.
Nice. And Steve from Boston says, if you play fast enough, you essentially sterilize your fingers.
Yeah, that's the way I'm looking at it, right? Exactly. We played this. I fill in with my buddy's band sometimes, and they played this gig last night. It was like a Detroit Red Wings private party for one. It was like one of the players' 1,000th game. So like they had this like ice sculpture like 1,000 at this event or whatever, and we were all joking. It's like my buddy who was playing drums. I took a picture of him in front of it. It's like 1,000 career drum fills. It was just a never ending joke. Like if only if only it worked like that.
Steve from Boston escaped the Namthrax as well. Awesome. I think
Congrats.
most of us that are here in the chat or on camera, we escaped it, but we're the few. Man, it hit hard this year.
Everybody was really sick. It's every year though. It's like every year everybody's like, I don't know why. I mean, I get it. There's so many people and everybody's, touching everything and playing everything. Blah,
and everyone's bringing every virus from around the world all to one spot. So let's just have this big melting pot.
I know. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't get the Bud Light virus or whatever.
Yeah.
The coronavirus. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah. Yeah, it was shitty.
Yeah, I was surprised. I spent the whole Saturday in the basement, so.
Oh, really? What were you doing down there?
Oh, just checking out smaller companies down there. Rob Welch from Tesi Switch and I were walking around looking at a bunch of parts suppliers for him and found a few cool things. A cool set of strap locks that there'll be a demo coming out this week on, which
Are they different than like traditional ones? What's the difference?
They're like a Shaler, except the strap button is one piece with the screw, and the shaft on the other end that you put through your strap has dual threads on it, so you can lock two nuts down right on so they won't back off or anything like that.
Oh, that's cool. So it's like really, really secure, like triple secure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Made in Japan. Real nice stuff.
That's awesome, man. That's cool. I didn't really get to roam around much this year. I wish I did. What's like your favorite thing you saw at NAMM? Do you have a favorite?
Ooh, good question. Mostly it was just seeing everybody, the people. That was the big thing.
Oh, yeah.
That Jake Lee amp was pretty damn impressive. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
And I have to thank you for that. You're like, go in and try it. Doesn't matter if everyone's in there shredding. Just go and do it. I'm like, all right.
Just going and wail, dude. Yeah, that amp's so killer. It's crazy. Edwin saying hand sanitizer. It just didn't work. Everybody was using it. It just didn't work. I tried it too.
Hey, there's Tone Wars. We were talking about you earlier.
I'm trying to read through this as well. Gary, Tone Wars is in here.
Sean Walden's asking, what was it like playing with Steve Stevens? Saw the Pitbull audio vid. Awesome stuff.
Oh, thanks. He's really easy to get along with and play with. What we did is like we kind of like worked up a little thing. Like I went over to his place or whatever, like the day or 2 days before, and he already kind of had like a little riff going. so we kind of just laid some stuff down and just kind of like pieced a song together. And it was more just hanging out than anything, you know. But now it's easy, man. No fast, you know. It's just like with somebody like him, where I mean, he's just such an amazing musician. It's just like, it's just an honor, you know. It's like more than anything, I just don't want to look up while we're playing together, because then you realize what you're doing. You know what I mean? It's like, oh fuck, that's Steve Stevens. You know, look back down. Right. But no, he's like the sweetest guy. He's like he makes you feel really comfortable, you know.
Nice.
So, oh yeah, he's great, man. He was already one of my favorite guitar players, you know, but sure. now especially, you know.
And want to welcome. We got Mark Dillon tuning in from Newfoundland. Awesome.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, we got people from all over in here. 59 people watching, and Tom Harhai is being really quiet in the chat. He was threatening me with shots earlier today, so we'll see.
Oh, were you guys hanging out earlier?
Yeah, in a few live streams, you know, it's kind of like, oh, who's on next? That's kind of how Sundays go. You just hop from one live stream to the next.
Isn't that cool? Yeah, it's awesome. I love that commercial. So I guess we missed the halftime show, Ben.
Oh, well.
Bummer. I'm crying. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Gary Thollender's like, shots? Yeah, shots? That's right, Jack the Rabbit. Tone Church every Sunday, and it's held right here.
Is that what you guys do? You guys rip shots on this thing or what?
Oh yeah. But Tom has, after one night, we usually once a month we'll have a bunch of us all hanging out on here. You know, like the regulars from the chat and stuff like that, or fellow YouTubers. And Tom kept doing super chats for shots. So I told him there's a minimum donation for me to do shots now after that, because it was just you kept typing in and another and another and another. And we're like, oh Jesus.
Yeah, you got to set the guidelines before that. That's awesome. What's the minimum now? Like $10 or something?
I like $10, but for him $5, because he's
$5. For him $5. Yeah, exactly. For you $5. That's great, man.
Janice has been here the whole time. That's awesome. On a Sunday, no less, too.
And during the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Brian Landreth is driving his nightly 500 miles. Cheers. No shots for me. That's right. And be safe out there, buddy.
Perfect.
And there it is. Yeah.
Just getting liquored up. Nice, man.
All right. And we'll put this up on the screen. Boom. $5 to the cause. Cheers, Tom. Ooh. That was a big one, too.
What are you drinking? What is that? Vodka?
That was vodka.
Oh, boy. Straight vodka. Now the chat's starting.
Yeah.
Let's see. The shots. I'm looking through the rest of this. You're a champ, man, for drinking vodka straight online. I don't think I could do that.
You see, some of these hangouts will go 4 to 6 hours.
Oh yeah, well I guess you need that just to get through.
Well, and we would just do that. Just hanging out talking gear. Next thing you know, 4 hours goes by.
I know. It's funny how fast time goes sometimes, especially when you're drinking. Yeah, no doubt.
Steve from Boston's going to grab a coffee. Awesome.
Perfect.
Not tonight, Sean. No shots from the mason jar tonight. That's more of a Monday thing, because the problem with doing live streams 2 nights in a row is when you have a real good time on Sunday, those Monday shows tend to suffer a bit.
Really? What do you have in the mason jar? Like moonshine or something? I was about to say, yeah. Oh boy. I haven't had any of that in a long time.
Gravel says, Ben, subscribe to Tone Wars channel. Great gear demos from Motor City. I'm already subscribed. Thank you.
I'm gonna subscribe that. Subscribe to them when we get off here.
Hey, Terry's GG&G. Good to see you, man. Yeah, the funny part is I'm not actually much of a drinker. I only drink on YouTube. For the most part.
Oh, for real? That's good, man. That's a good thing.
Well, we can call it the virtual pub, right? Because a bunch of us, we can sit around, have a few drinks. Nobody has to drive home. You don't have to worry about getting a cab.
Not at all. No, if only we had a bartender. That's the only thing we're missing. No, I'm just kidding.
Exactly.
No, I'm just kidding. That's awesome, man. That's cool.
Jason McNamara doesn't drink at all. Nothing wrong with that.
That's for the best. That's great.
We got 67 people watching. Wow.
67 on a Sunday. We're doing great, man.
Yes.
Well,
I had a few nights of Jägermeister, fisherman. Ooh.
Jaeger? Oh boy.
Yeah.
When the last time I had that, I was with Dave actually, and we were in Germany hanging out with the Engel guys, and they love Jägermeister for some reason, and so they just kept doing round after round after round of Jaeger. And it's just like, please stop, enough. Like I can't. That's asking for hangover, you know.
And Eric and Janice, there is plenty of that as well.
What is that?
Let's see here. Saying hey to each other. Awesome. 68 watching. We appreciate it, folks. I'm thinking as the numbers go up, it must be a blowout in the football game or something like that.
Yeah, I don't even know. I guess I can check, see what's going on. Super Bowl score.
So since you were kind of tied to one area, what was your NAMM highlight?
Good question, man. I only got around like once. And throughout the show, people kept up and saying like I was talking to Phil McKnight for a little bit, and he was saying like check out like he was telling me about this thing about like I fly a lot with a guitar, and it's either like I'll usually take those two guitars, but with traveling with a Les Paul is like really dangerous because you can snap the headstock really easily. Sure. And apparently like there's this one device that you can put in your case that stabilizes it. So even if they TSA slams your case or whatever, it's safe. Right. The guy wasn't even selling them. He was just at the show trying to get a company to buy them. Like he was trying to get somebody to license the technology or whatever. So sure. I thought that was really cool. I want to get one of those. I liked some of the Beatronics pedals. Are you familiar with them?
Yeah.
Those are really, those look amazing. And they, from what I could tell, they sound sick too. I want to get one of those. I met Floyd Rose. That was cool.
That was like, I got to meet him in the Friedman booth last year.
Was he at the Friedman booth last year? I didn't even know that. Yeah, that was amazing. That was super cool. Just to talk to him. I mean, that's a total legend in his own right, you know?
Yeah, I think it was at the end of the first day last year, and I was standing there. I'm talking with Grover Jackson and Floyd Rose, and I'm like, legends, just legends.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't think Grover was at NAMM this year, but the previous year I got to talk to him, and that was just like, wow. It's like, dude, you changed guitar. Like, I mean, you can't say anything to somebody like that because it's like, he's heard it all or whatever, done it all. But yeah, he's a really good guy too.
Oh, we've got a score 19-10. Okay, well there we are. And hello to PJ and the Beard.
Who's playing San Fran and Kansas?
Which is why
we're taking bets
in the chat tonight because she's a huge San Francisco fan. So I talked to her earlier today. I said, it's okay if you miss my show tonight. I get it. Your team's in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think that's an all right excuse, man. I'm trying to scroll back here. I feel like we missed a bunch of stuff, or at least I did.
Jay Steen had asked, what would we'd recommend for a Friedman amp for bedroom use?
For bedroom use?
Yeah.
Good question. I mean, they make the small the pink taco amp is really cool. You can play that. The thing is, with any of them, they all have really good master volume, so you can play them at low levels. They still sound great. That's kind of like, people think, oh, it's a 100 watt amp, like it's so loud, but you can use them all. Like I use them at home. Like I have them all hooked up with a 2 Notes Torpedo Live. So I just play through my monitors at home. So cool. I'm using like a low box. I'm not playing through a cabinet, but even if you're just playing through a cabinet, the master volumes are good on all of them. You can, they sound really good at low volume as well.
Nothing, everything.
Yeah. You don't have to, it's not like an old Marshall or something where you have to just fucking dime it to get distortion, and get it to sound good. With the Friedman stuff, it's like any volume that sounds really great.
I like that idea, Lawrence. Lawrence from LPD Pedal says, tell Sammy if he ever needs a pedal to hit me up.
Oh, cool. Thanks,
And
man.
I
Yeah, I will.
already know the perfect pedal that you should have from him, which is his
What?
87. It's called, which is
What?
the 87
What
is
is it?
basically a JCM 800 in a box.
Cool.
And when you
Awesome.
flip it over to the red channel, it's a Jose modded JCM in a box.
Oh no, shit. That sounds awesome.
Oh,
That sounds
it
great.
is.
Do you have one?
I do. I do.
I'd love to check one out, man. Yeah, that sounds awesome. I do gigs a lot where it's like you're using a backline rig, so it's like you got to just make it work, you know. So that sounds like a pedal that you could definitely use that and probably kick ass, you know. That sounds super cool.
Yeah, Quentin
87 is the best thing ever.
Do
Cool.
it.
Really? Okay. Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll check it out for sure. I'd love to.
Yeah, we'll talk off air because Lawrence and I talk damn near every day. So I'll forward your info to him because he does all.
That'd be great, man. Yeah, I'll order one. That sounds great. I just built like a little mini rig too, so I'm looking to add some stuff to it. So
Nice.
That sounds cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, his I call it the trifecta tone. He does a 68, a 74, and the 87. So you get your early plexi, your late plexi, early master volume Marshall, and then the 87.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm familiar with that line, or at least I've checked him out online. I haven't gotten to play it of him yet, but yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Cool. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So the amp behind me on bar, it's not mine, but that's an actual 68 Swede.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, it's kick ass. It's a buddy of mine. His name's Mark Stewart, and he's like a great amp collector. He's like one of the biggest amp collectors in the Midwest. But he let me borrow that thing, so I've been checking that thing out. It's super cool.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a really good amp. But yeah, that's like the holy grail tone.
Definitely, I agree in that. I definitely agree on that. Let's see. Fisherman is asking Sammy, did you catch Taj Ferrant playing well at NAMM?
Yeah, he's my bud, man. He's awesome. He's a 10. If anybody doesn't know, he's like a 10-year-old whiz. He's awesome, and he's getting like pretty well known right now. Like he just played with Santana. He's a really sweet guy, and his whole family is really nice. But I met him last year. He came and played at the booth. Super sweet kid from Australia.
Right.
Yeah, he's great. Are you familiar with him, Ben?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's great, man. He's awesome.
Yeah, he's the one that makes me want to put up all my gear for sale. You know, it's like,
oh no, he would say don't do it.
Yeah.
He would say don't do it.
All right, LPD has to head out. Talk to you tomorrow,
Cheers.
Lawrence. Have a good one.
Cheers, man.
Awesome.
This is a great chat, man. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's a great crowd. It's a great community.
Yeah, this is killer.
One of the reasons I started this channel was a place for us to hang out in the chat when the other channels weren't on. So I chose a certain night of the week and started doing live streams, and then started doing the Sunday thing, and then it just kind of became a place on Sunday evenings to hang out.
It's a really great idea, man. Anytime you want to do it, I'm in. It's super cool. Do you ever do multiple? Do you ever have multiple people on?
Oh hell yeah! Yeah, those are the fun ones because then it's just shoot the breeze and have fun, and you never know. Like whoever shows up, you know, we'll have people jump in. You know, you see someone like Steve from Boston. Hey, do you want to jump in? And okay, yeah, send me the link. Have them jump in.
Steve's great, man. He's the best. That's killer.
Brian Landreth is still there. Awesome. Good.
Cheers, Terry's GG and G. Thank you.
Hey, Michael B. Nice to see you. Pete in Canada. He's just down the road from me. He's like 5 minutes down the road.
So you said you're how far? You're east of Toronto?
Yep.
Okay, so what actual town are you in?
I'm in Belleville, Ontario.
Okay, cool. I love Toronto's one of my favorite cities, man.
Do you know if you're going to be coming back to Cosmo this year for that event?
I don't know if we're doing it yet. I hope so. That was really fun. That was like
I'll be out there for sure.
Well, you'll be there? Nice, man. Yeah, that was super cool. I don't know if we're doing it yet, but yeah, it's fun. Have you ever been to... Go ahead, sorry.
Janice just subscribed to your channel.
Perfect. There you go. See?
Yeah. Links to Sammy's stuff is in the description. I actually remembered to put it in there for once.
Oh, thank you, Janice. Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, Pete. He says, great show as usual.
This is awesome.
Yeah, I still got to get together with Pete. I got to play he's got a nice R9 I got to try out and do a demo on.
My good friend Tim, who's watching right now, he's texting me. He has a really nice R9.
Nice.
Yeah, he's texting me, giving me shit. 1 second.
What? He says the R9's gone? Oh, that's not good.
Oh, he got rid of his?
Please tell me you got something else.
What did he get?
Yeah, that's the question. Because when I met him, he was playing a Wolfgang. Oh, he's too rich for his blood. Okay.
It's like too nice. I understand that. I'm from Detroit, man. You can't have it too nice.
Yeah. You got to keep it a little sleazy.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to be at least a little bit rock and roll, man. It can't be too polished up.
Oh, he's got a traditional. Likes it more. Nice.
A Les Paul traditional. That's cool.
Thank you, Terry. Just posted the link to your channel in the chat here.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much.
Actually, he put in your YouTube channel, your Facebook page, and the website. Nice.
Nice. I'm trying to get my YouTube act together. My friends and I have been talking about trying to do a live stream thing like this. So maybe if I end up starting one, man, you got to be the first guest or one of the first.
Count me in, buddy. Count me in.
That'd be awesome.
Does Sammy have any favorite Detroit rockers?
I do. Yeah, probably Dave Black for sure. He's, at least for guitar players, he's my favorite. As far as like current, there's a lot of great Detroit bands right now. Like it's a really happening rock scene here for sure.
That's good to hear.
Oh yeah, a lot of great bands and all different genres too. Like it's not only just like hard rock or something like that. It's like a lot of indie music, a lot of folk music, stuff like that.
Nice.
But if I had to go for one, it'd definitely be Dave.
Nice. All right, Terry's got to grab a bite to eat. No worries, no worries.
Cheers.
David Ennis, okay. He's going to message me about a package. Awesome.
Pete in Canada goes to 13 pounds of Gibson. It's really a 13-pound guitar. Wow.
Wow.
Trippin' Dixie. Somebody just said, yeah, great band.
Yeah, definitely have to get together with Pete. Now I'm thinking about it because, as I recall, I think he's got a Friedman amp as well.
No, that's cool. Nice.
Yeah, he's the one that's waving the Friedman banner in this neck of the woods. Because you just don't see the gear down here. Like the closest place to get any Friedman stuff is Cosmo in Toronto. So
is it Cosmo? Yeah, I believe it. It's all good, man. I mean, it's one of those things where it was hard to find. The first place that had them here was Motor City Guitar. At least this is a few years ago now, obviously, but now in Detroit you can get them everywhere. But that was like the first. You kind of had to seek it out, which right. I think that's cool. Like that's a pretty cool thing.
Oh hell yeah,
yeah.
I agree.
Somebody's asking, do you know the Detroit bassist Brad Russell? Gary, I'm not familiar with the name, but it sounds familiar. It's about Gary Hoey. That's cool.
Let's jam Wednesday. Let's do a cast. Hit me up. I think I'm free Wednesday, Pete. Yeah, we can do that. So check it out, folks. We may have a live cast here on Wednesday involving myself and Pete in Canada.
Go for it, dude.
I'm sure he'll tell me to take my shirt off at some point because every time
your shirt off.
Every time we would do a bunch of gigs together, and every time we do a gig together, it'd be like, you finish a song, thank you. Here, take your shirt off.
Yeah, there's always that fucking guy. Always, yeah.
It's usually Pete.
Yeah, perfect. You need to start coming here.
So I turn around. Cool. I do the same thing. He'd get up on stage, and
you'd give him shit about it. Yeah, you got to, dude. You got to reciprocate.
Yeah. Hey, Upside Down. Good to see you, man.
I'm late. Very, very important date.
He says, came in here and all I hear is take your shirt off.
Take your shirt off. Yeah, we're trying. This is going to take a turn. Hour 2 of this is taking a totally different angle. Yeah. You want to hear about gear? Too bad.
Okay, that might be true, Pete. He's like more shirtless pics of Ben than me out there.
Really?
Well, ironically enough, what was it? It was during this the Sunday of NAMM weekend. The guys I was staying with were all sleeping late. So while Pete Thorne was live, I was moderating his live stream, sitting outside, trying to catch some sun, shirtless. And I'm like, took a selfie, tagged Pete in the photo, posted on Facebook.
Yeah, perfect. During NAMM, this happened?
Yeah. Everyone else is like, oh, it's 61 degrees. That's much too cold to be out in the sun. I'm like, you're not from my area. This is beautiful.
This is beautiful. Oh yeah, dude. It's nice. Or tonight, it was all right. Like it wasn't super cold or whatever. But yeah, the past few days, it was hard coming back from California for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was brutal.
Let's see. Steve says I'm watching Sammy in 4K. Looks pretty crisp.
Nice. We're moving up, man.
Bowl. Actually, SB is probably Super Bowl. Okay, so he's multitasking because he's in the basement. Haha.
Yeah, I'm watching the Super Bowl. Yeah, I was about to say, well, I'm trying to upgrade my rig, but I don't think it's still like, it can't look that great, even if it's 4K. Maybe.
I don't think there's a super chat big enough for that, Tom. Shirtless with nipple pinches. I don't know. That'd have to be a pretty serious super chat.
Hey, man, it's got a price. What are we looking at? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. How hungry is that guitar player? I'm pretty hungry.
Yeah, we can make it work. Man, who you got coming up next, Ben? Who else? Who are you going?
Let me check my phone. This is why we
Go
take
for it.
Let's see. 1 week from tonight is Rob Welch from Tesi Switch, actually.
No, that's cool. Nice.
And then the next week, I think we're going to do one of these cool subscriber community hangouts 2 weeks from tonight. So if you're around, jump on in.
2 weeks from today. Yeah, I'll be around. That sounds great.
And then on February 23rd, I have Matt Fry and Dan Orr from the band Sleazer coming on and should be in-house for that broadcast. They are a Weezer tribute band called Sleazer.
No, that's a good name. That's cool. That's badass. I like Weezer, man.
I almost missed that. Damn! Which is what I usually say when I get a super chat. Cheers, upside down.
Damn.
Which I might have to change the dang because I yell damn enough during a show I get demonetized for some reason.
That actually happens, really?
Yeah, weird. Yeah, you can drop F-bombs, but apparently you yell damn enough.
Damn. Yeah, I'm sorry. we gotta calm it down.
Hey, Zach, he says, hey, Ben, get Sammy to listen to some Harem Scarum. Yeah, great band.
I'm not familiar with that band. Yeah, I'll check them out. Harem Scarum.
Who actually, and just to bring it all together, Harem Scarum, the drummer is Darren Smith, who is Jakey Lee's singer in Red Dragon Cartel.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, I like Red. I just saw Red Dragon Cartel a couple of months ago. Nice. Yeah, he's really good. Yeah, he's a nice guy too. Yeah, awesome. That's his like other project.
Yep. Cool. Yeah, Harem Scarum, they formed in the 80s, had a few hits here in Canada, did some touring in the US. I think they had one song actually do pretty well in the US market.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the, oh my God, I was just listening to this Canadian band. One second, I gotta look it up. They play them like crazy. I'm gonna look it up. There's a lot of great like Canadian bands like coming out. Their name is Glorious Sons.
The Gloritons.
Glorious Sons. Have you heard of them?
Oh hell yeah! I know the Glorious Sons.
Yeah, I should have didn't.
I think they're
great.
Actually, I gotta look it up because I think they're from Kingston, which is like half hour away from me.
I have a friend who's from Kingston. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, that's literally half hour east.
Yeah, I've never been to Kingston, but yeah, I've got a friend that's from there.
Good college town.
This is a college town. Nice.
Yep, they're from Kingston. I thought so.
They're big here, man. They're on the radio all the time. I think they just played here like pretty recently. But that's a great like kind of new Canadian band.
Jason McNamara has a question. Sorry to say, I have no idea on this one, Sammy, and I feel bad for asking. Who do you play with now, and who have you played with over the years?
Over the years, well, I started my first like kind of real band was a band called Citizen Zero, and we toured. We put an album out in 2016, and we toured for a few years. But now I just kind of have my own band, just under my own name, and we're kind of putting our first music out in March. So we're gonna go on the road for that. But over the years, man, I do a lot of session work here in Detroit, so I end up playing on like all kinds of different stuff. I've been filling in with Scott Stapp from Creed, which has been pretty fun. If you're familiar with him, I've done a few gigs with him, and I'm playing with him in Chicago in a couple weeks. But those are probably the main things where I was in a band called Citizen Zero, and then this what I'm doing now.
That's how I discovered.
But I fill in with people, you know. I play on a lot of like that's not necessarily like even rock, you know, which is interesting, and it's like kind of a learning thing, you know, because like you never know when you go to a session, you never know what you're gonna get, you know. So it's like you just kind of figure it out on the spot, but it's fun.
I hear you. PJ in the Beard is asking, is there any good shops in Kingston? Why, yes.
I don't know. That's for you, bro.
Ardens Music has a location in Kingston. Check them out. Tell them Ben sent you.
Nice.
Recently became a Fender custom shop dealer. So
awesome. Yeah, there's a few Fender custom places around here.
All right, let's see here. Sandra's like, over the years, how old is this kid? He looks 19, 20 years old.
Yeah, I just turned 90 and I'm fresh out of high school. No, I'm just kidding. I wish. I'll keep you guessing.
Let's see. Fishman says, always loved your earlier days doing some jazz covers by Guthrie Govan.
Oh, yeah, I love Guthrie Govan. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's great. I saw him live at a place called the Token Lounge here in Detroit with the Aristocrats. Are you familiar with that band, Ben?
Yep.
Fucking great. Yeah.
Oh,
fucking
amazing.
Killer. Yeah, fucking killer. Sorry, we're getting demonetized, but no, yeah, really amazing. I liked him a lot. Like I was pretty young when he first came out, like those initial things like he put online or whatever.
I think we're at the point where I don't care if it's demonetized anyways. You know, the Shot Super Chat, that covers any ad revenue a channel this size will get anyways. So
we're getting sponsored by Smirnoff next time. Add that to FU Tone, Smirnoff.
Yeah, I think that, yeah. I think I'm drinking Bud Light tonight. So Budweiser, if you're watching, or Labatt's in Canada, you know, I'd like an endorsement deal. Thank you.
Yeah, that's our next endeavor, bro.
Yeah. Well, we've got down, you know, I am using a Flipside Music beer cozy, so.
Oh, that's cool.
You know, you got to have the sponsor available at any time, right? So.
I've got a big drawer of those, man. I've been collecting those things just from being on the road. Everybody's always got a koozie, man.
Yep.
I never use them, but it's like I always got them.
And DOS Metals mentioned, we covered that earlier. Loved it when Sammy and Dave duct taped Henning to a chair.
That's the first I met Henning about 15 minutes before that, so that was a trip.
That's all it takes with that man.
Yeah. But he's one of those people, man, where you meet him and you feel like you've known him a long time, though. If that makes sense.
That's right, Terry. We'll flash that one up there. He says, "I'm back," and all super chats support Ben demonetizing his own videos.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's cool. Mayhem, no absolute tonight.
Hey,
yeah, what type of vodka, Ben?
Good to see you, man. All right, now is I Am Happy's message going to come up here? It skipped it in the StreamYard chat. But he donated $5 Canadian. He says, fuck them all and their horses too. Well, there we are. Cheers, I am happy. And just because it popped into my head, and before I forget, folks, tomorrow's show on Connects with Guitars, I will be announcing a new contest where you can win one of these. What? That's right. Tune in tomorrow. Find out how you can win one of these guitars.
You're giving away a guitar? That's awesome.
Yes.
I want to win one. That sounds great.
Buddy Travis there, and he decided to help grow his company, grow the channel. We're going to give away a guitar. details coming out tomorrow, and that'll be running through the month of February.
Congrats, man. That's really cool.
Thank you.
Awesome. I want to enter.
Let's see here. Fruitcake Tony says 68 watching. Nobody watching the game? What game?
Yeah, everybody in the chat, when's the last time you watched the Super Bowl? I'll go first. 2012. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. It's way more important than football.
Well, I know Steve from Boston's multitasking, so.
That's fair. That's cool.
Mayhem says, don't look, I'll be stuffing the ballot box.
Stuff in the ballot box. Oh, boy.
That's right, Jason. This is the game. That's right.
Yeah, man. Halftime's coming up soon. We're gonna, yeah.
We're an hour and 20 in. We got 69 watching and probably as many thumbs ups.
Perfect.
Dude, one thing I can't tell is how many thumbs up we have.
All right, yeah, we'll catch you next Sunday as well for the next 6 months. Awesome. Every Sunday.
Awesome.
What game? Yeah, exactly. Packers blew it, so I don't really care who wins. Rooting for Kansas City. Okay. I like Kansas City a lot.
Here we go.
Who's the other team?
We have 75 thumbs ups. Wow.
We're rocking, man. It's only the beginning.
That's right.
Wait till we start doing this twice a week.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Sammy and Ben, twice a week. There we go.
We're shooting the shit. We're talking everything from deer to football to Smirnoff.
Brian Landry
wide range.
Giving guitars away. Time for serious ass kissing.
Yeah, exactly.
Jason McNamara sees 75 thumbs ups and 3 disgruntled bass players.
3 disgruntled.
Or as I started referring to him on the Johnny Bean show, was 3 Zima lovers.
Whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
Nothing to it.
No, but at least they're interacting.
Oh yeah. It's all good. It's all good. I'm trying to back through this. All right, so I just got to the point. Take your shirt off. Take your shirt off. Let me see. Let's see.
Zach says, LOL, Ben's contest won't be good for me. I'm a lefty. Well, Zach, if you win, we'll build you a lefty guitar. It's a custom-made guitar anyway, so it doesn't matter if Travis is building a lefty or a righty.
Really? So you're giving away a custom spec, whatever they want?
Yeah, guitar. All those guitars, they're, well, similar to a Friedman. They're all handmade by one guy.
That's so cool. I think that is like the most amazing thing, man.
Most of the stuff he sources is all Canadian stuff too, and like he builds his own pickups, does all that, and he tries to source out as much Canadian material as possible.
Oh, that's awesome! Like it wood and everything.
Yeah, well, Canadian maple for the neck. The mahogany is from Honduras.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
Thanks, Jack. Gravel Rocks asks, Rev G20 thoughts? I like it. It's a great little amp.
Which one is it? That's the little one, like the lunchbox type amp?
Yeah, the Rev G20s. Yeah, the lunchbox.
That's cool. I haven't got to play one yet, but I met the designer. He's a super nice guy. Super cool. I haven't gotten to play through a lot of them yet.
PJS or PJ in the Beard asks, what's the name of the guitar builder? Reno Fin Custom Guitars. So if you do a search, it's Reno, RENOFIN.ca, no triple W, just renofin.ca, and that'll bring up the website.
Cool. That's really cool. You're giving away a guitar, man. Have you done that before? Have you given away axes on the channel before?
I haven't done a guitar yet. I've got 2 that are being built that we're giving away as well. Some project guitars and stuff, but I ran into some issues. One of the guys that's prepping one of the bodies for me ran into some health issues. So we're just delaying that a bit, but they will be done. Mayhem says, don't worry, Ben. If I win, it won't go EMGs. It'll go Canuck Buckers. That's where you're wrong, because it comes with P90s. My signature is only P90s.
So you got to get some P90. Oh, that's cool, though.
Well, everybody needs a P90 guitar in their collection anyways.
I don't really have one right now. Yeah, I've got like an old Gibson. That's like a family heirloom that has one just in the neck. But I'm looking to get a guitar with a P90 in the bridge as well.
Nice.
Yeah, that's where you need it, bro. You need it just to crank it. You know?
And thank you, Mayhem and Upside Down. They just put the link to Travis's website for the guitars. Sean Walden says, did Travis build you any single coils? Why, yes. Right within reach. Oh, maybe not. There we go. We have the vintage workhorse set, which these are basically made to a 53 tele spec. So wax potted. Yes, Eddie Van Halen didn't invent wax potting of pickups. These are wax potted because they were in 53. Complete right down to the actual cloth string around the windings rather than a piece of nylon or something like that. So they're built to full vintage spec. Also do a set that are based off a 63 Stratocaster, which is the Boa Constrictor set. So we do have lots of single coils available.
Cool, man. What's your favorite pickup? Do you have a favorite?
These are, I love these pickups. Like
single coils? Wow.
Yeah, and I have the original pickups for this, but the neck pickup was going in this, the original pickup. So I just had Travis wind me a set, and since he was doing it, I'm like, well, let's do a design on them. He said build them pure to 53 spec because everybody says the 53 tele is kind of the holy grail. And
right.
So we got them pretty damn close, so there you have that real nice vintage sound.
Killer, man. Killer. I've got like a I've been building the telly, like I've been upgrading the telly. Nice. I got it last year, but I might have to look into getting some of those, bro.
You wouldn't be disappointed.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'll hook you up.
I use tellies for recording a lot, like tracking, like especially like double tracking and stuff like that all the time.
Yeah. That's what we used to do. The last couple bands I was in was my best friend was the other guitar player in the band. So we'd always have a conversation, be a couple days before the gig, which was, what guitars are you taking? And he's like, I'm going to bring up my Les Paul. Okay, well, I'll bring a Tele out. Or I'd say, hey, I'm going to play a Les Paul. He goes, okay, I'll play a Strat. Just so we always had that different sound. You got
to have like the tone separation on stage, man. For sure. It's tricky when you have like two guitar players with heavy tones using humbuckers. It's hard to get that to cut right, without getting just a big mushes sound.
Damn. Das Metal for the benefit. I like that. Great stream as usual.
Cheers, Das Metal. Here, I'll take a sip too. All the best.
Ooh, that one I just realized how chapped my lips were.
How cold is it there, man?
Not bad. It was just a couple degrees above freezing today, so not bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad here either. Yeah, not terrible.
Let's see here. Laz just says, Sammy rocks. What's going on? We were waiting for you to show up, Laz.
Yeah, we've been waiting for you to get in.
Music Therapy Les, who drove down, I think it was a 4-hour drive down to Nam without a pass just to hang out, lurk around outside. He came over to JJ's place on Sunday to hang out for a couple hours and left the next evening.
Really? Oh, that's cool though. I mean, at least you get to Nam. It's more about hanging out than anything, I think.
Oh, sorry, corrected. 6-hour drive.
Where was he driving from?
San Francisco area.
Oh, San Fran. I love San Fran, man. Damn. Yeah, especially if traffic was rough.
Yeah, so he came down and he's just like, hey, do you mind if I crash here tonight? And we're like, no, here's a beer. Drink up. Let's have fun.
Yeah, you just drove 6 hours. Here you go.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, that's fun.
Hey, Harley Hex, Grumpy Mike. Got a few people jumping in here.
Oh, okay. So my chat just came back. One sec.
Jack the Rabbit says, Sammy, come visit San Francisco.
I want to. I really want to. I haven't been in a few years.
I've only been in the airport. That's as much as San Francisco I've seen. Just
you have a layover or what?
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's no direct flight from Toronto into San Diego Airport because I won't fly into LAX for NAMM.
Why not?
Well, it's over an hour's drive for my buddy JJ to drive as opposed to like 15, 20 minutes because he lives down in Orange County. So,
Oh, okay. So you flying to Santa Ana, you said?
yeah.
Okay. I didn't even know there was an airport there.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes from the NAMM show.
That's great, man. Yeah, that's killer. Jack Rabbit says, I'll check out my roommates. You can crash here.
There we go.
That's how you do it.
Yep. Harley Heck says, I've been here for a while now. Okay, so I just noticed, Harley. I'm sorry. That's what happens when you do shots on air.
Yeah, chat gets a little blurry.
Yep. And increasing font size now.
Can you do that? That's cool.
Control and the plus sign.
I'll try. Let's see. Oh, I'm on a Mac, so I don't know. Let me try this. Hold up.
That I'm not
Oh
sure.
yeah, there you go. Perfect. This is a kick-ass program, man.
Harley says, have another beer. I just cracked this one, and this is, in fact, my last beer. So
that's next week. To be continued.
I will need to pick up another batch of beer for tomorrow's show.
Who do you have on tomorrow?
Actually, I do Monday shows, which is the actual Canucks with Guitar show. So it's just myself solo, live Q&A. I'll play some guitar, take requests if I know them.
Nice, man. That's cool.
Yeah, sometimes there's an unboxing or, new piece of gear to demo. We'll hook it up live. Let's try it out. So
let's check it out. What's your favorite piece of gear you've had recently that you've gotten in?
Ooh, well, I just picked up an MXR stereo chorus while I was out in California. The old yellow one.
An old one? Yeah, those are sick.
Yeah, I love it. Other than that, I got the Lawrence Petross Vermin around Christmas time, and I'm still in that honeymoon period with it.
That is a really great pedal, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. I haven't, like I said, I haven't used it on guitar, but a lot of people use it for, it's like a less noisy Rat, is what I've heard.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
And Lawrence, after he did the initial run, because it was a limited edition, like 10, he did mine as a one-off, and he changed the tone pot so it actually turns the same way as every other one. It's not reversed like the original Rat, which I was quite happy on because that always threw me off. I'm like, why is it getting darker when I turn it to the right? I never
is that a Rat is like that? Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I've never actually used one in person, but yeah, I didn't know that. So if you turn it to the left, it's brighter?
Yep.
It's completely reversed? What? Yep. I had no idea. That's crazy.
Yeah, which I actually have to do a video on that. One on the Vermin, and then I'll do a shootout with it and the Rat, because there's
an old Rat. I bet the Vermin probably kills it, dude.
There. It does. It does. The spoiler alert, the Vermin's better.
No, yeah, done. All right, video done. No need.
Yeah. But there will be I announced it on the Bent Metal broadcast last night. I'm doing a new series of videos that Lawrence actually gave me the idea, which was, does it stack? So it's all going to be about stacking overdrive pedals or other pedals to which ones work with others, which ones don't.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea for a video. That's one thing. That's a super good idea for a video. I've never seen anything like that.
Awesome. Yeah.
Do you use multiple drives live? Like, is that what you use on your board? Really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, that's what I found was because the majority of your more affordable drive pedals all seem to be low to medium gain. So, it'd be a matter of, like, say, stacking 3 clones in a row to get a saturated tone.
I have a clone, but it's a double clone, so it's 2 clones in one box with separate controls. But you can stack them. You can turn them both on at once, and that is a super cool sound.
Yep,
super fucking cool.
Yeah, what's better than a clone? 2 clones.
2 in 1. There you go. See ya. So
yeah, that should be coming out. That I start filming that this week. So
that's a really, really good idea, man. Yeah, I bet that'll do really well.
Thank you, Terry. He says 93 minutes live, 60 watching, 78 thumbs ups. Nice.
We're kicking ass.
Yeah, I remember we were talking at NAMM when we were picking a date, and you're like, Super Bowl Sunday, like, how would the viewership be? And I'm like, looking at it, I'm like, I don't know, 5 to 10 less than normal.
That's fine. Yeah, whatever. That's cool. I don't know. I mean, granted, like Super Bowl and musicians, I don't know how much the overlap is. I don't know. Who knows?
Well,
I didn't
maybe if
even.
they had a band with a guitar player perform at halftime, more people would tune in. I'm just
Who
saying.
played? Wasn't it like Maroon 5 last year or something?
Yeah, and they got slagged pretty hard on that, as I recall, too.
I remember that. Yeah, it's a bummer. But whatever. I don't know. My favorite one of all time, I remember watching it live when I was a kid, was the Prince. The Prince halftime was stupid good.
Yeah.
Amazing. That'll probably go down as the greatest.
Hey, there we got Hobo Roadie. He says an SD1 into a DS1 equals 80s metal. Very cool.
Really?
Try that.
In Detroit, man, the SD1 is like a classic.
Yeah.
Like a lot of bass players use that
for
their distortion. Yeah, that's a classic.
Janice says she's got to go play some songs soon. Quite all right. Yeah,
we're on the gig. Go for it.
Hour probably, folks. So get those questions in.
There it is. I've got to go play some songs. Let's see.
Did I do any practice today? I don't think I did practice today. Oops.
We got time, man. It's still early.
That's true. That's true. I'll just fire up one amp instead of two.
Do you usually use a like a stereo rig?
I've been messing with stereo lately. I'm getting into that. Yeah.
What are you using to run it? Are you just an AB box, or how does it?
Right now, actually just the stereo output of that chorus pedal.
Oh, nice. Do you have any phasing issues, or is it all good?
No, it seems to be so far so good. But every time I turn it on, I expect it. But I do have an AB Y pedal coming, so I'll be able to run stereo all the time, which would be nice.
That's so sick. That's like my dream. Like if I could have a dream rig live, it would probably be 2 heads, 2 cabs, and stereo.
And sitting here is nice because I use the Blues Deluxe and I use the B52 down here, which is similar to PV Triple X.
I'm familiar with those. That's the Bruce Egnator amp, right? Didn't he design those?
I think he did have some involvement in the design, but nobody knows about the B52 amps. It's great. You can pick them up. They're going up in value a bit now, but you could pick one of those up for about 300-400 Canadian just a few years ago. And it's a 60-watt 112 it's got that resonance function, so you can dial in a lot of low end if you want. Beautiful breakup.
Those are I've never played one, but I've heard they're pretty nice.
Yeah.
I'm almost positive Bruce had some of the design on those. Or at least what model is that?
AT112.
Yeah. That's cool. Nice, man. That's a good stereo rig.
Yeah, it works. It does
best of both worlds. That's cool. Like it's cool when you have 2 totally like separate tones that you're ripping through, you know?
Exactly.
That's cool.
That's why I wanted to do it, just for that reason. Because especially if you get into like a ping pong delay, the repeats sound completely different.
That's man. That's what I'd love to use it for. Yeah, it's like just having it bounce around on stage.
Yep.
That's awesome. Nice, man.
Let's see. Craig Tomlinson's talking about the Vermin. Awesome. Yeah, thanks, Terry. He's like, nice confusing your direction. Yeah, it's because Streamlabs isn't mirror image. So I'm looking at it on screen. I'm like, yeah, it's over there.
Oh, are we on a mirror image right now?
Yeah. That's one thing I miss about Google Hangouts, because it was a mirror image. So when you're pointing at stuff, it was a lot easier.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Perfect. Good to know.
Edwin hates phase issues. Yeah, I hate it too.
I just got this like little amp switcher. Like in my place, like I run all these heads through like a 2-notes torpedo, like straight into an interface. And Bruce hooked me up. Agnator used to build this like old amp switcher, like kind of what Ampete does now. Have you seen those? Like Henning's got a bunch of them.
Yep.
Like that. And I got this old one where you can plug 4 amps into the 2-notes at once and just hit a button and it switches between them.
Oh, nice.
And but it's similar thing. You got to get the phasing right, or else it's like it freaks out, you know.
Right.
But this one, it works perfectly. It's like so cool, especially like when you're double tracking guitars. You don't have to unplug cables, unplug
Sure.
speaker. It's a really useful. It works so much faster.
Yep.
It's cool.
I agree
But
on that.
that's every time. But that's I was asking about that because every time I've tried to do the stereo thing, I've never been able to get that right. Just coming out of a stereo pedal, you know.
Yeah, it's just me. I just keep turning the amp on and off and hope for the best.
Exactly. Yeah. And some amps actually have like the phase thing in them, like the phase lift, or excuse me, ground lift in them. You know, so you can get it on.
Let's see here. Question from Jack the Rabbit. Sammy, when you aren't playing metal, what is your next favorite genre to play?
Favorite genre? I don't know. I love everything, man. If it's music, I'm cool with it. You know, I love everything.
Nice.
I don't know if I could pick a favorite.
Hey, hello to Marsman and Ron Hobbs. Hello, welcome. He says, you remind me of Randy Rhoads in sound, technique, and looks. Ooh.
That's a nice compliment. Thank you. Thanks. He's like my hero, man. I love Randy Rhoads. It's phenomenal. You have a favorite? Are you a Randy fan, Ben?
I do enjoy Randy. It's a little too classical for my liking. Like, I'm a pentatonic guy. There's something about just the simpleness of it.
That's cool.
Yeah, like for me, I think the trifecta, like for getting into guitar, it was Eddie, Ace Frehley, and my dad. But nowadays, I worship at the feet of Ronnie Wood.
No, Ronnie Wood, that's cool. Yeah. What an underrated musician, man.
Yeah.
Face it. Well, not underrated. Everybody knows how great he is, but that's cool. Yeah. You don't usually hear him in it's like Eddie, Dimebag, Ronnie Wood, you know, which is cool. That's awesome.
Check out Ronnie Wood's first 2 solo albums. I said it in the chat earlier today. It changed my life.
Really? When he was young, or what are the years?
No, he started recording after his first tour with the Stones, I believe, is when he started his first solo album. It's very Stones-esque because, as the famous story goes, Ronnie's wife was out at a club in London and ran into Keith Richards. And Keith's like, where's Ronnie? He said, well, he's at home writing an album. Oh, yeah. Is he having any problems? Oh, a little bit of writer's block. Well, we should pop over. Yeah, Keith left 3 months later.
Wow. Holy shit. That's the story of that?
Yeah.
I got to check that. I'm going to check that out tonight when we get off, man. Yeah. I think Ronnie's he's the secret to that whole band. It's not really a secret, obviously, out in the open, but yeah, phenomenal, man.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, his work with the Faces, and not to mention, the first 6 Rod Stewart solo albums, it's all Ronnie all over that stuff too.
All over it, dude. Yeah, me and my buddy Frank used to listen to Faces all the time over here and just fucking get down on that because Ronnie shines on all that, man.
Yeah,
and Rod Stewart, that's the best. I think that's the best shit he ever did. You know.
Yeah, that was like the epitome of blues rock to me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And his voice is just perfect. When he was a kid, just going for he's one of the greatest rock singers. That kind of gets overlooked the later, he got into his career or whatever.
Right.
But oh my God, yeah, I love Faces, man.
Hell
that's cool. Ronnie Wood, that's awesome. Are you a Keith fan too?
Oh yeah. Actually, my 67 is actually named Keith.
Oh, nice. You named it. Nice.
K-E-E-F, of course.
Yeah, exactly right. You gotta. Have you seen that meme where it's what type of world are we going to leave Keith Richards? We need to think about this.
Yeah,
it's something. Yep, he's going to outlive us all.
Brack is asking, what album was that? That would have been Ronnie Wood's first solo album. And yes, Brian Landreth, he says that video I put up was totally Ron Wood inspired. Oh, I heard it, buddy. I heard it. So,
what video is this?
Brian Landreth just put up a video of a song he's been working on writing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, very cool. Hey, BV, salut, mon ami.
Bonjour.
He's in Kyoto right now. Normally he's in Switzerland, but he's in Kyoto on tour.
Wow.
He says, get the Lele AB or ABY has ground lift and phase shift covered. Nice.
Oh yeah, yeah. With pedals like that, they make sure. Yeah, I mean that's just a thing that you got to work out, you know. So most stuff you can get now, it's like ground lifts, the whole nine.
Yep. Hey, Fender Guru, tuning in from New Zealand. Okay, we're officially global now.
We're global. Look out.
Nice. Yes. Good morning, gentlemen.
Hope you're drinking coffee. Have a wonderful day.
Yeah. Yeah. Fender Guru says "Slide in It" is an awesome Ronnie record. Yep. And hello to the Padded Pedal Room. New name here in the chat. Welcome. He says, "Hi guys from Montreal." Well, my fellow Canuck with guitar.
I love Montreal. That's one of my favorite cities. God.
That is a fun city when you're 18 because the drinking age is only 18 in Montreal.
What is it in the rest of Canada? I thought it was 18, or is it 21 now?
No, it's 19 in every other province.
19, that's it, yeah. But only in, oh, wow, I didn't know that. Okay. So
it is a brief 3.5-hour drive into Montreal from here. So when we were 18, it's like, we're going to Montreal for the weekend.
Is that what you guys used to do? See and hear, and we're going to Windsor is what it was.
Right.
That's funny. That's cool. No, Montreal. I've only been there, and I've been there twice, and just a lot of fun both times. Just killer.
Yeah, lots of good times there. I wish I could name or remember the names of the bars, but it was that good a time.
Oh, it's the best. Yeah, I want to go there just to visit. Like when you're on the road, you never really get to spend enough time. You know?
Yep, I agree. Yes, so definitely anybody that's new to the channel, please subscribe, leave a thumbs up, and also check out the links down below to Sammy's social media links. Check out his stuff. Give him a follow. I didn't put in the Instagram link. That's what I forgot.
No, it's all right, dude. That's
but I enjoy usually it's like every couple of weeks I open up Instagram and there you are noodling for about 57 seconds. And I'm like, there we go. There's my Sammy fix for the day.
Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, I'm more probably on Instagram than anything else, but I'm trying to get the YouTube stuff going more this year. I'm trying to focus a little bit more on that. But I appreciate that, man. That's cool.
Yeah. Edwin Crane asks, tips for improving the shred factor.
I'd say look up Paul Gilbert Intense Rock. You can get it on YouTube now. And then just, I don't know, watch that like incessantly. I guess that's a good tip.
He put on a few clinics during NAMM. Holy crap.
I wanted to see. I didn't get to catch him at NAMM. I've never seen him play live.
Yeah, he couldn't even get close to the Ernie Ball booth. And then I was lucky enough, I ran into him just after he finished. And we had a walk and chat for about a minute and a half, which was really...
you get to talk to him?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
And I can say right now, he's a fast walker because he's so tall. His strides are like 6 feet, it seems.
Yeah, how tall? He's like super tall, right?
Yeah, he's got to be 6'6".
Wow, cool. Yeah, he's one of my favorites, man. He's such a great musician. He's awesome.
Yep.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna refill this drink real quick. Is that cool? All right, man. I'll be right back. 1 sec.
Yeah, keep those questions coming, guys. Chiefs took the lead. Wow, we have a game. Not that you need to watch it. And now I have the beer burps. Great. Speaking of beer burps, where's Phil Mosley? Thank you, Upside Down, for posting the link. Oh, I appreciate it. Mayhem. This is true, sir. We got 62 people watching. We had last count 75, 78 thumbs ups, folks. That's awesome. Appreciate it. Give the opportunity, give the shout out to Lawrence Petross Design, Reno Fin Custom Guitars, Tesi Switch, FU Tone, Flipside Music, and Ardens Music. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think so, BV. I think so. Hey, Paint Namer. Awesome. Easy no, Terry. So yes, I hope everyone's excited for the contest tomorrow. I was talking with Travis today. He's working diligently. Yeah, that's a big word. On the website, make sure it's fully up to snuff for the launch tomorrow. Gur says, I have to catch the replay tomorrow. Would I still be able to enter the contest? Of course, the contest is open through the entire month of February. And I will also put up a dedicated video announcing the contest as well, with giving information on how to enter. Pedal room, yes, I'm in Belleville, Ontario. So I'm about three and a half hours west of you, right down the 401. In fact, the 401 is right outside this wall. I'm right along the highway.
You live off the 401?
Yeah, like literally. Like when you drive along the 401 or any interstate and you see those little roads parallel to the highway with a few houses? I'm one of those guys.
Nice. I know that highway.
Gary Tholander says, did somebody say shot? I don't know, Gary.
I don't know.
I think shots. I've already done 2, so any shots would be super chat based. I'll say that.
yeah, we'll look into the super chat for that.
Laz asks, what's the contest? The contest, well, I won't announce what the contest is, but the first prize, or the only prize, is you win a Reno Fin Custom Ben Coombs signature guitar.
That's badass, dude.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the guitar will not be signed by me because there's no point in shipping a guitar halfway across Canada to get signed, to then get shipped.
Sign a truss rod and ship it to him.
There we go. Maybe I'll have Travis send me the pick guard or something.
There you go.
If you could hit a golf ball to the 401 from Ben's front porch. Oh, easy. Yeah, it's only about 60 feet.
Nice. Damn, yeah, you are close to the highway. Shit.
Yeah, like
it
doesn't get picked up by the camera because I can hear traffic constantly.
Really? That's funny, man. Do you mic up cabs and record in there? Like a lot?
I record in here. I put some inserts in the windows to help deaden the sound, which helps. And the mics don't really, it's just quiet enough the mics don't pick it up.
Nice, man. I work at a studio called Rust Belt, and it's next to the train tracks. So everybody who comes in, man, it's like as soon as the train rolls by, they're like, man, does the train get in the track ever? Because it's so fucking loud, you know? And it's like, God. So yeah, it does, like a lot. You know, we usually have to stop.
Yeah.
You know? But I guess highway is not as bad as a full-blown train.
Let's see here. Preston says, I'm headed to Markham with a friend at the end of the month. That's about an hour and a half away. That's the northeast corner of Toronto.
Of Toronto. Nice.
Yeah.
What area of Toronto is Cosmo in?
That is literally just on the west end of Markham into what they call Concord. So that's all the north end of Toronto.
Okay.
Which I may be with Mayhem. We're taking a road trip on Friday up to Toronto to Solo Guitars, which is a company that sells guitar kits and parts. But I checked out, and Cosmo is like 6 blocks west of there. So we'll probably hit Cosmo as well while we're up there.
You might as well. That's a cool store, man.
All right, fine, Gary. We're getting there.
Cheers.
Anyways. So
hey.
Cheers.
To Ben. Cheers.
Ooh. Oh, vodka in the mustache. Nice.
Well, we got vodka stash. It's about that time of night.
Yeah, not a milk stash, a vodka stash. Nice.
Super Bowl coming down to the next one play. Wow, so we're missing. I guess it's a tight game, man.
Exactly, Terry. He goes, or as we call it, the GTA, the Greater Toronto Area.
GTA, nice. Have you ever been to Lee's Palace?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I played there, man. That's a fucking hell of a club.
Venue.
Fuck yeah, I had a really fun time there. Holy shit, yeah, that place has been there like forever, right?
I was just thinking to myself, I'm not sure if it's still open or not.
Oh no, they closed it, really?
For some reason, in the back of my head, I'm thinking that.
I hope not. That place was awesome.
Nope, they're still open. Okay, because yeah, just do the old Google search. Closes at 2:30 a.m.
No, yeah, we're meeting up there next Sunday. We'll do it live from the bar next Sunday.
There we go. Yeah, actually, Lee's is one of the venues I wanted to play but never got a chance to play when I was gigging in Toronto.
Oh, you'll get there, man. That's like, I feel like that's like a classic. Like there's a couple
No.
places in Detroit.
My days of gigging in Toronto are over. That
Why
hassle.
is it hassle? Yeah,
No parking. Yeah, when I was gigging in Toronto, I used to gig in Toronto pretty much once a month, and it was I'd get up early in the morning, work for Napa Auto Parts, delivering car parts all day, get home, eat and change in half an hour, load up gear, drive to Toronto, get on stage at midnight, get home at 4 or 5 in the morning and going, wow, I've been up for 22 hours. Nice.
Yeah, isn't that the worst? It's like, wow, I'm just now realizing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're on adrenaline, so it doesn't really matter so much.
Exactly. And you're playing a club that you've hung out in dozens of times, and one of those, and everyone and your brother's been played there over the years, so it's like, yeah, of course you got to do it.
Who have you seen there? Anybody ever any memorable shows there?
Lee's Palace. Let me think. Lee's Palace. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I saw Collective Soul at Lee's Palace.
That's pretty fucking cool, really.
Yeah, because it was before they really broke. It was like first album stuff.
It was like their own show. They're headlining Lee's Palace.
Yeah.
Shit, dude, that's cool.
Yeah. Well,
isn't that crazy?
Because all those medium-sized venues have kind of gone away. So it's either you're playing at a bar, club, or you're playing in a theater or an arena. There seems to be, we've lost all those 300, 400 seat places.
I know, and those are like the most fun because it's like it's more of like a connected type thing,
Yep.
Yeah, I'm glad that place has stuck around though, man, because that's like history,
Well, yeah, and especially in Canada, because there's not a lot of places, in each town. I remember I was saying, I think it was on a live show this week or last week or the week before. I was playing at a club in Oshawa, which is Zach Thong's hometown, and I can't remember. It was like $5 to get in to see our band play, and the next week Gilby Clark was playing at the same place for $10 a head.
Nice, man. That's cool.
And it's Gilby. Just a club in Oshawa, Ontario, which is like half hour east of Toronto.
Super cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Zach Thong asks, has Sammy ever played the Rock Pile in Toronto?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with it. I'm not sure.
It's it's a rock club in the west end of Toronto that basically, like I was saying, I played the Rock Pile, and 2 weeks prior to that, I think George Lynch was playing there. So it's like, get it out of your head. You're like, I'm standing where George was standing 2 weeks ago.
That trips me out, man. I know. When you start thinking about stuff like that at clubs, it's like, wow, that's like freaky, for sure. I did a session in Toronto like a few months ago, and I'm looking up the name of the studio because it was super nice. I bet you've heard of it. I'm gonna look it up 1 second. I think it's a little bit outside of Toronto.
I'm curious. Hopefully I will know it.
1 second. Sorry, I'm going through my text. It's like Jakku something. Like it's with a J, I think. 1 second. My bad, man. 1 second. It's a really nice place.
I've only spent time in one studio in Toronto, and that was a trip. That was at Metalworks, it's the #1 studio in Canada now. So amazing.
Metalworks, where is it? Isn't it in Toronto?
Yeah, the west end of Toronto in Mississauga. It's owned by the members of Triumph.
I love Triumph, man.
And sweet. Literally everybody in there, like they get voted top studio in Canada every year. So it's like everything from Triumph obviously did their albums there. Rush did a bunch of albums. Even like acts like Cher will go in. Whitney Houston would go in to record there.
Holy shit, really?
Oh yeah. Guns N' Roses, one of the Use Your Illusion albums was recorded there. It's like, you walk in the lobby and it's just gold and platinum records up and down the walls.
Just everywhere.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
And we just, we were just some, independent band. We just rented the place after hours and went in one weekend and recorded a whole album in a weekend.
That's how you do it, man. You got to get in when you can,
Yeah.
That's
What
cool.
the engineer's like. He's like, you guys knocked out 4 songs a day. In 2 days, you did 8 songs. That's amazing. I'm like, we're hungry. We can't afford extended studio time,
Some of the best records ever made were like that, though. That's, no thinking. You're just going in and playing.
Yep.
That's like the old school way to do it. That's kind of like a lost thing now, unfortunately,
Yep, that's true.
But I can't find the name of this. I'll text it to you when we get off. I can't find it right now. It was really nice though.
Sounds good.
But no, there's something to that, man. Like rehearsing the tunes, getting it down, going to record, lay them down. That's it.
Right.
That's the record. 4 songs a day. No overthinking.
Yeah, I think it was like 2 or 3 trips after that up there to mix it down, and that was it.
That's cool. Is that available? Is that still out? Is there anywhere to find it?
I'm sure it might be out there somewhere. I was taking a look around. The band was called One Day to Live, and the album was called Lucid Sinformation. And I've been debating posting some stuff because I think the band is pretty much done now. Like they kept going after I had left. But I think they're pretty much done. So I might post some of the music and just put up like a whole bunch of photos with a backing track or something like that.
Throw it up, man. It's cool. Have it out there.
I enjoyed my time there. It was the one and only time I ever recorded in the studio. And it was just a buddy of mine from high school. He came on board as a business manager. He's like, you guys got to do a demo album, so we can promote it, get it out there in Toronto to get some gigs. And me being a wise ass, he's like, where do you want to record? So I said Metalworks because it's the best studio.
It's the best. Yeah.
And then after that, I'm like, make sure it's studio number 1 because that's got the Neve console. And he's like, why are Neves good? I'm like, dude, you have no idea.
Dude, come on. Yeah. There's something.
And we had this older producer engineer guy. And he's like, I'm here to engineer, run the controls. I'm not producing you at all. So I go in and they got like an 8-foot couch behind the mixer. And I sat down and he goes, oh, just so you know, that's exactly where Slash sat for about 6 months. I went, awesome.
Holy shit. Doing what record? Do you remember?
I think that was Use Your Illusion 2 was recorded there.
What? They did that in Canada, really?
Yep.
Wow. There's so much great music that's been recorded in Canada. It's like insane.
Phenomenal.
Are you familiar with Garth Richardson, the producer, Canadian producer?
Yes.
I forget. I think he's more in like northern Canada. But a lot of rock bands go to him to record. Like they'll fly in there and just stay at his place, or stay on his like compound or whatever.
Let's see. JJ is headed into the studio in 3 weeks. Awesome. And congrats again. JJ's new band debuted on Friday night at a club show in San Clemente, California. Awesome.
Congrats,
and,
man. Awesome.
Mark says you should post a video where you got me up on stage. I don't know if there is video of that, bud. If there is, the bandmates have it. I don't have that video footage myself. Wish I did. Because I think, there's 2 videos of the band up right now, and that was the night we opened for Anvil.
Shit. You guys play with them? That's cool.
Yep. That was fun.
I like their documentary, man.
Well, and see, that's the thing, right? Like, that's Canadian music in a nutshell. You can have some success and still you're working day jobs. And I remember our drummer at the time, he was 18, 19 years old. And he's like, dude, I was checking out some of the Anvil stuff. Their drummer, Rob, is amazing. I'd love to meet the band. And I went, well, dude, they're sitting at the table right next to us. And he's like, what, those guys? I'm like, yeah, that's Anvil, dude.
It's like, dude, they're just people,
Yeah.
That's the big thing. It's like, they're just people. That's cool. I had never heard of them until the documentary or whatever, but I really enjoyed that. It was cool. That's cool. They're still going, man.
Yeah, still doing it. Still rocking.
Yeah, still fucking wailing.
Let's see. Jack the Rabbit says, oh, Brad Miller, yes. The only reason I knew it was Super Bowl Sunday is because Ben had a spoof. I don't watch any sports.
Yeah, I forgot about it. Somebody was talking about it earlier. I'm like, oh, I even forgot today. Again, I forgot it. You know what I mean? It's like, whatever.
Exactly. You still good to go for a little while yet?
Oh, yeah, I'm hanging, man. Yeah, I'm good.
Screw it. Let's go for a while yet.
Yeah, we're having
I just
fun.
realized we've been going 2 hours already.
Yeah, it goes by like that. That's what happens when you're having fun online.
Exactly. Having fun, talking gear. That's right. JJ's band is called Stonehill. We're going to get some social media stuff up for him soon on that. Right, JJ? I sat in on one of his band practices and I was blown away. So I told him anything I can do to help promote the band. We're going to have JJ on, maybe with the band, maybe just JJ. We'll have him on. We'll talk about the band, promote it up.
Do it, man. That's great.
Yeah. It's
Killer.
wicked stuff. It's very Alice in Chains meets Soundgarden meets Led Zeppelin.
That sounds amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's killer.
He's got Josh.
I'm a huge Alice in Chains fan.
Oh,
all of them, but yeah.
You'll love the guitar riffs because JJ has very much a Jerry style tone to begin with. And like he's playing these riffs and I'm like, are these from like a Alice in Chains box set I'm not aware of?
Yeah. Where are you lifting this from something? Wait a minute. That's cool.
There we go. Okay, so Fishman says Tone Talk live stream with Sammy was 3 hours and 4 minutes. Top that. So does that mean we have to go 3 hours and 5 minutes?
Just to do it? We can. I don't care. I'm hanging out, man.
All right. Well, that's only an hour. We can do that.
Yeah, it's not bad. I usually stay. I'm more of a night owl, you know. So
you and me both.
Yeah, that's cool. No problem.
Although there's nothing worse, you get woken up by a text message and it's one of your buddies on the West Coast and you're like, wow, they're up already?
Oh, dude. Yeah, that's brutal. Yeah. It's like, no, they're still up from the night before.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Brad Miller started following you on Instagram. Nice.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Brad.
Will you bring your tour to St. Louis? I have a lot of family in St. Louis, so I hope so.
Great. Do you have any insight as to when the Friedman twin sister will be available?
I don't know. It'll be soon. It's already in production.
Well,
I don't have the exact date.
Let's go with the acronym. Normally April, maybe May.
Is that usually how it?
Normally April, maybe May.
I get it. I got it. Is that it's usually like, yeah, springtime is like debuts it and then springtime is available, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. No, that amp's fucking bad. Did you get to play through that?
I did not. I had enough. I played through Jake's amp, and that was it. Last year was the JJ Junior. I had to try and fell in love with that.
Yeah, it's sick.
It took me 4 months to forget about the JJ Junior. I was just
did you end up getting one or no?
I was just like, I need one, but maybe one.
I really want one of those too, man.
Let's see here. Jack the Rabbit says, Ben and Sammy, I have to be up at 2:30 a.m. and it's already way past my usual bedtime. It was great seeing you, Sammy. Thank you so much for hanging with us tonight. Good night. Love you guys.
Cheers. Thanks for having.
Get some sleep, Jack.
Hanging.
You should be able to get 5 hours sleep. He's on the West Coast at least.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're good. Cheers, Jack. Jack the Rabbit.
Hell of a singer. Hell of a singer.
Oh, yeah? Nice.
Yeah.
Killer.
And Grumpy Mike just lost his pick. I can help you out, Grumpy Mike. Send me an email. I'll send you some picks.
What picks do you like, man?
Whatever's free at NAMM shows.
Oh, really? You stock up at NAMM then head home? That's cool.
Yeah. Last winter NAMM, I think I ended up with 180 picks. Summer NAMM was 120.
What? Are you serious?
I'm serious.
You're just cleaning up. I didn't even know that was like a thing. Do a lot of people do that?
Those who can't afford picks. Especially when you find a place that's like giving away gravity picks. You're like, those suckers are $7 here. You know?
What is that? I don't even know what that is.
Let's see. There's one. Thank you, the folks at Greer Amps. Gravity, it's a plexiglass pick.
Oh, holy shit. Is it like really thick? What's it feel like?
It's got to be 1.5, 2 mil.
Okay, cool. So you like thick picks or what's your Or anything that's around.
Well, I used to use nothing but 1 mil Tortex, and then Caleb from Nerd Halen sent me one of his picks. Oh, there it is right there. One of his Nerd Halen picks, which is the white Tortex, which I find are far superior for pick slides. You need a thinner pick for pick slides.
Interesting. That's
And
cool.
fortunately, I know the guys at Premier Guitar, so I have a crap ton of Premier Guitar white Tortex picks as well.
Oh, that's cool. Nice, man. Premier Guitar. That's dope.
Which
That's cool.
I hooked up JJ. He also likes the white Tortex. So I said I'd get my boys at Premier to hook them up. And they gave me a sandwich bag with, I don't know, 250 picks in it.
That's the best. When you just get a big bag of them.
Here you go.
There you go. We're done. See you. Yeah, I got enough picks for a lifetime now. That's awesome.
Gussie Wells, hello. Got to get your hands on Dirty Shirley. They are nice as well.
Cheers, Gussie. Yeah, those are great. The twin sister's super cool too. But either's phenomenal.
Ooh, Guitar Man says, my wife bought me a Friedman JJ Jr. for my birthday back in December, along with a Gibson 61 SG. Damn. That's a nice wife.
That's an incredible gift. Yeah, that's amazing. Nice.
All right. And BV's got to head out. See you, BV. Have a good one. Enjoy Japan while you're there.
Have you ever been to Japan?
Sadly,
that's my dream. That's one day. That's like my dream to get over there. Someday.
I think you would do well over there. I think they would embrace you and go crazy over there.
Oh, thanks, man. No, it would just be cool to play a gig there. Could you imagine? That's just super cool.
I talked to a few friends that tour Japan, and like the fact that, like, even if you're a bar band going over there, part of the deal of touring in Japan is they have to give you like your own personal translator assistant person for each band member. At least it used to be that way. So even if you're a bar band doing gigs, you're treated like a complete rock star in that respect.
I've heard that same thing. That's what I was gonna say. Is like some of my friends that have toured there that I've gotten to talk to. It's like people are very sweet, and the accommodations are 10 out of 10. Like more than anything that even exists over here. You know. I didn't know it was like one translator per person. That's sweet. That's amazing. If that's still a thing, that's killer. But,
yeah, I'd take one for the band. That's fine. Because I don't know about you. I'd be the one guy that's like, come on, translator, we're going out to explore the city.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go wherever we are, you know?
Yeah.
That's the most fun. That's one thing about being on the road, man. It's like pretty easy to meet people, pretty easy to find your way around, you know?
Yeah.
Especially if you have somebody who, like, something like that where it's like speaks the native language, you know? It's even more fun.
Definitely.
I'm trying to read the chat right now. I think every man wishes. Yeah. All right, let's see.
Well, you know, join a band and you'll meet a Dirty Shirley soon enough.
It's like the unwritten rule. Let's see what else we got.
Brad Miller says 120 minutes, 53 watching, 85 thumbs ups, and who cares about the thumbs downs? Exactly.
It doesn't matter.
I'm showing 52 watching.
We're just having fun.
And thanks everyone that's stuck it out with us here. Did you guys ever try Graph Tech picks? I started using them recently and find they feel and sound nice. Yes.
What are those? I've never even heard of them.
Graph Tech just makes a line of picks, as well as they're obvious like guitar nuts off the top of my head. But yeah, I have one or two Graph Tech picks. They're nice. I don't know what you would compare them to, though. They don't feel like a Tortex. They feel a little more plastic, but they don't like get really slippery in your hand like plastic would as soon as you sweat it all.
Got it. Okay. That's cool.
Awesome.
I haven't really messed around. I haven't really messed around with that much, like different pick like I usually like extra heavy Tortex is like what I've stuck with just for years.
Sure.
But I haven't really messed with different materials or anything like that. Do you think there's like a big difference in the sound?
I think so. Definitely.
Yeah.
I started using a thicker pick, which definitely increased my picking speed, I found. Because, it's not bending or anything. I didn't want any give.
I don't like that. Yeah. I like it to be like pretty heavy, no give.
Okay, here we go. BV reporting in. It is awesome here. Have my personal assistant guide. There we are. We also have a bus, but car, personal driver, and chef. It's all good. Just have to wear the surgical masks.
Oh, bummer. You got to wear the mask. That's all right, though. Fuck it. That's cool. Wow. That's sweet.
And apparently Kansas...
Personal driver.
My sister is probably in a pissed off mood right now if Kansas City won. Wow.
She was rooting for San Fran.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City.
Craig says the picks from Graph Tech are made from the same material as their nuts, I think.
If you're playing a pick that's a different material than your nut, it's just not going to happen.
There we go. BV says Sammy would love it. I'm sure you would.
Check it out. That's cool. That's sweet.
Yeah, I'm just looking at selection of picks. Use the Lawrence Petross picks, which feel like a 1.1 mil Tortex. These are the smaller jazz ones. I'm not as big a fan of the small ones. James Hetfield White Fang picks. These were the hit of Summer NAMM. They're a 1 mil. Little, just a touch smaller with a cool grip on them. I found these as soon as I walked into Summer NAMM. I saw them at a booth, grabbed a few, and I did not see them the whole rest of the show. Like literally, they were gone right away the first day, and that was it.
Yeah, well, that's a pretty cool thing to have, like James's personal design or whatever. That's sweet.
I've given a few of them away because a few people are like, wow, you got a White Fang pick? I'm like, sure, I've got 6. Give me your address. I'll send you one,
You've been giving away? Oh,
hell yeah. Well, that's one thing. I'll grab a bunch of picks at, say, the NAMM show, and then if I give a pedal away, I'll throw like 10 picks in with the pedal and a few stickers and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a really nice thing to do. That's cool. I want some stickers, man. I'd put them on stuff.
There we go.
What does that, if tone is in the fingers, what does that say about picks?
You have to have a good pick to translate said tone from fingers to strings.
There it is.
Yep. It's like
what it says about it.
You're only as good as the sword you wield.
Oh, that's cool. I never thought of it. Yeah, the pick is a sword. That's cool. Nice.
And then Janice throws that out the window because she says she plays with her thumb.
That's cool.
Nothing wrong with that.
To me, the only thing with picks for me is like I just try to use the same one all the time. Not the same exact one, but the same type of pick, so it's consistent. Like for me, it's like the consistency is a big thing for me, like with guitar tone and feel. You know, like that's like probably the biggest thing for me. Is like I want to feel comfortable. I don't want to be guessing.
I agree on that.
So that's why like I found one that I think Dunlop Extra Heavy I think is like 1.2 millimeter, but I've used that for probably for years. I'm kind of weird though because I use the side of the pick.
Okay.
So like any pick that has like a grip on it, I can't use it because it gets caught. It's weird.
Okay, so so you're using like the upper rounded edge of the pick.
Correct. Yeah, I'm not using the pointy part.
I think Robert Baker does that as well.
Oh, he's a good friend of mine, man. He's great. He's awesome. Does he use the side of the pick? I didn't know that.
I think he does.
Oh shit! I gotta text him about that. That's cool.
I played with a guy in a band. He did it, and his reasoning was, he goes, "You have twice as many picks that way because you have 2 sides."
Oh yeah, if you wear them out.
Yeah, like that's my problem because I never hit a pick, like parallel to the strings. So if I use a thick pick, I grind down the edge of the pick after a couple of sets.
Really? Are you doing a bunch of fucking? You're cranking it down like doing.
Well, I do some pick slides too, but no. Usually, it's just from strumming. You'll see, like on a 1 mil pick, I'll wear off an edge, and it looks like a knife edge after an hour or so of playing.
I believe it. Yeah, 1 mil. 1 mil is like that's like what, like standard heavy for a lot of manufacturers. Yeah, they do wear down, man. Especially if you're sticking with one. Just sticking with the single one. Like using it on a couple gigs, it'll go.
Let's see here. Harley Heck says, if you only use the round edge of a pick, why not play with a coin?
You can, man. Pull a couple dimes out of your pocket.
There you go.
We're getting the gig done, one way or another. No, I don't know. I've just always done that. I don't know why, since I was little. We should probably discuss tone plastic. Yeah,
right,
yeah. I prefer.
Head out. See you, Sandra. Have a good night. Great hanging out with you last night. Gussie Wells says, Sammy, great jam with Dave Black at NAMM.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Dave's the shit.
That he is.
I mod for Robert Baker's side chat. Robert is a lost Canadian.
Brax Stubblefield uses the side of the pick as well.
See, it's more common than people talk about, I think. Yeah. It's just I think it sounds better. It feels better a little bit, at least to me. It's all personal preference. But.
I know I've done it on occasion. That's just because the pick rotated in my hand during a song.
Yeah, there's always that. For me, man, like I do a lot of stuff where like I'm grabbing the pick halfway through a song, you know, because I've been doing like more of the tapping stuff where it's like, fuck, you don't even know where it's gonna land when you're going really fast, you know. So you just gotta go with it. But yeah, you just get used to it. You get used to that, you know. It's like unpredictable.
Yeah. I like the fact I could go with like 3 gigs without dropping a pick. And I remember one night I dropped 4 of them in one song, and I'm like, really? What's going on here?
Dude, I drop them so fucking much. It's terrible. Yeah, I've just gotten used to it, you know, just always having extras. But I don't know if there's anybody on here that knows how to fix that, like how to stop dropping picks during the gig.
Well,
that's a good tip.
You need this new thumb pick that's out.
Is that a thing that like holds it to your finger?
Yeah, because it's got the loop like a thumb pick does on a spring. But rather than being a normal thumb pick that's just the narrow, it's a full-size guitar pick on the end.
Who makes that?
This is made by Black Mountain out of Victoria, British Columbia. Expect a demo on the pick this week.
BC.
I found these at NAMM. So
really?
Yep.
Yeah, let me know how you like that, man. That's cool.
Yeah, it feels great because you're not going to drop that. So,
do you can you put any pick in there, or do you have to use one of theirs?
It is built right onto their pick. So yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
But it does feel pretty thick. I think that would be like a 1.2.
That's cool. Yeah, you make it work.
Crowbar, wow, still on. That's right. We're going for a record, Crowbar.
Fuck yeah, we'll see you in the morning. We're going 12 hours on this.
God, can you imagine?
We can do it, man.
In a few hours, my next live stream.
Exactly. Yeah, back to back. Full day of programming here.
Yeah, look out, eh?
Everybody in the chat saying super glue.
Yeah, a dab of super glue the pick to your thumb.
That's not it. Yeah. Fuck it. Sammy and a band. Yeah, I'd love to play with Robert in the band. That's
a lot of tone hair in one band.
Yeah, he does have a lot of hair.
Yeah.
Hardest working Ben. It's true. That is true. Have you had Robert on your show?
I have a few times.
Yeah, he's great, man.
Well, see, that's one of the funny things is because like we do this 8 p.m. every Sunday, and some of these subscriber hangouts, like I was saying, we would go a few hours. Well, Robert likes to practice guitar around 11 p.m. at night. So literally, you can almost time it 11:05 p.m. All of a sudden, Robert will show up in the chat. Hey, guys, what are you up to?
While he's working on stuff?
Yeah. So then we're like, hey, do you want to jump in? And sometimes he'll jump on, sometimes he won't. And he's been on a few times.
That's awesome. He's just a great guy, man.
He is.
And not only a fabulous guitar player, but just a really nice guy. And just cool dude.
He's one of the nicest.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I met him at Winter NAMM last year for the first time, but we've kind of become buds.
I knew he was a nice guy. The first time I met him was at Sweetwater at their Gear Fest in 2018. And it was like a rainy, drizzly day. And he stood outside in the rain talking to me for half an hour.
Really? Nice.
Yeah. It was just that light drizzle, so we weren't getting soaked. But I'm like, this guy's got to have better things to do than talk to me.
No, man. No, he's super down to earth, dude. Yeah. Did you go to Sweetwater last year?
I missed it last year.
That was the first time I'd been there. It was fun. It was cool.
That's where I actually ended up buying that Kramer. It was because they got that one tent with the used gear in it. I went in and bought the
shit.
Kramer.
That was in there?
Yeah.
Dude, that is the best thing. That's my favorite thing there. Like I usually go for the used stuff anyway, you know. That's like a big like pawn shop, you know.
Exactly. And that was the funny part because it was a pawn shop in Fort Wayne that was vending there. And one of the guys in the chat, Blackie, if you're watching, howdy. I showed off the guitar on a live stream that night after buying it. And he was like, I played that guitar. It was in a pawn shop, blah, 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 blah. And then sure enough, he went into the pawn shop a few days later and he's like, hey, do you still have that red Kramer? And they're like, no, we sold it to some Canadian. And he's like, I know that Canadian.
Oh, shit. It was you. Nice.
Yeah.
You got it.
So he's like, yeah, I know that guitar. Enjoy.
You got it out of there. Nice. That's awesome. That's a cool looking guitar, man.
And then I walked into the Sweetwater store and I'm like, yeah, I need to buy a gig bag for this.
Oh, really? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I found something in the tent. So yeah, we're gonna need to get it home. Nice. Yeah, that was my favorite part of that place too.
Yeah. That was great. Got to see a lot of good music, all the clinics and stuff they had going on there.
It was awesome. Yeah, it was really cool.
I hope to make it down again this year. I'm hoping, but it's weird because it's so close to Summer NAMM, and I'm trying to hit Summer NAMM as well. So we'll see.
They're trying to go to both. Yeah, and it's like too far apart just to stay, right?
Yeah, because I think it's like 3 weeks, and I'm pretty sure there's not enough couches for me to crash on in the U.S. for me to crash for that period. Just hit a different town every day. Hey, who do I know in this town?
Come to Detroit, bro. You got a spot.
There we go. Good to know.
Fort Wayne's close, man. That's like 2 hours.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it took me 10 hours, and that's including stopped at the border to drive there.
Oh, really? Where do you come in through Windsor usually?
Yeah.
I'm guessing. Yeah.
I couldn't believe it because, we know Windsor, it's the busiest border between our two countries. I roll up, there's literally one car ahead of me in line. And I'm like, what? How is this possible?
You're really lucky. I usually don't have that. It's usually a long haul. At least coming back into the States, it's usually longer.
Hello, George. He says, will you be going to Cosmo Fest this June? We're not sure about Sammy, but yes, I will be there for sure.
I hope so. Yeah, I like Cosmo Fest last year.
Yeah. I like it because I'm basically the only YouTuber that's shooting content there. So everybody will talk to you,
Oh, really? Yeah, I believe that. I believe that. Yeah, that was fun last year, man. That was great. Yeah,
definitely. I hope you make it back up to it too, because that'll be cool. Hang out.
I'd love to. I don't know if Friedman's doing it yet. I hope so. Maybe I'll just come up there and hang. That'd still be fun.
There we go.
Just to see some friends in Toronto. It's a good excuse.
Let's see here. Tom says it's so refreshing to see a musician who is talented, genuine, and humble. Thanks, Sammy.
Oh, nice. Thank you so much. That's sweet.
Edwin says, I got a couch in South Carolina for Summer NAMM. I do appreciate that.
There you go. See, there's places.
Brack lives just outside of Nashville. So if I do make it to Summer NAMM, I'm going to be hooking up Brack with a NAMM pass. That's right, Brack. I'll hook you up with the NAMM pass and have you hang out with us. We hung out one night during NAMM this July. It was awesome. He's a great guy to hang out with. But generally, I'm staying with one of the premier guitar guys while in Nashville. I can't say who, but you've seen him on Rig Rundowns. You've seen him filming a lot of stuff at NAMM.
Are you buddies with him? That's cool.
Yeah.
Nice, man. I love Premier Guitar.
We'll say first names. I'm sure you're familiar with Perry from Premier Guitar.
Yeah, I know who that is. Of course, that's your buddy.
Yeah, Perry. I stay at his place during Summer NAMM.
What? Oh, that's cool. How do you guys know each other? Just from online?
I met him through Aaron from Albus Band. He was my travel partner. He's out of the Chicago area, and he's known Perry for a few years. And so we went over, and the first night it was hanging out with Perry, and a bunch of other Premier Guitar employees, and it was a bit of a trip because I'm like, do you guys know how many hours I've watched you guys on YouTube?
Yeah, I know. It's like you feel like you know them, right? It's like it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, wait a minute. Yeah, we're just meeting in person, but
Not saying that I borrowed an air mattress from Chris Keys to sleep on.
What was that? Sorry, I missed it.
I borrowed an air mattress from Chris Keys, who does the rig rundowns as well.
Oh, did you? Nice. Yeah. The old air mattress. That's crazy, man. That's cool. You're tight with all those guys. That's great.
Hey, it's a lot cheaper than grabbing a hotel room every night. That's for sure.
Oh, big time, man. What's Summer NAMM like? I've never been.
It's so chill because it's like 1/10 the size of Winter NAMM. So it's like you can see everything in 3 hours. Then it's just a big hangout.
It seems like it's more of like a hangout type thing.
Yeah. And then when you walk out of the convention center, Broadway is right there. So all the fun is right there.
I've heard that was the last year of Winter NAMM at Anaheim. Did you hear that or no?
I've heard rumors, but we shall see.
I heard the next one. I heard the next one's going to be in Vegas.
That's what I heard.
If that's the case, that is going to be fucking nuts. That's going to be just insane. Could you imagine? I mean, nobody's going to get anything done though, because everybody's going to be so messed up, you know. But it would be super cool.
I don't know. I don't think I could get more messed up than I am at Summer NAMM or Winter.
Oh, really? Oh, really? At Winter NAMM, you mean?
Well,
or then at Summer NAMM.
Well, let's see. I would stop by, grab a drink from you a few times a day, and I think I was on about 100 milligrams of edibles each day as well. So
I know. I was bartender this year. It was great.
Yeah,
it was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I stopped in and I'm like, Sammy, I need a shot. And you're like, what's up? I'm like, I got to perform in like 15 minutes. My nerves are shot, but I don't want a full shot. And you're like, this is how much I would take. And it was the perfect amount. And I'm like, yeah, you know me. You get me.
It's universal. I need to be a bartender in another life. The only problem is that I just pour everything really strong. So
exactly.
I guess I'm a good bartender for some, and well, yeah, I'm good for everyone. Fuck it.
Work for me.
Yeah, whatever.
Gravel Rocks is asking, how do I get a Summer NAMM pass? You talk to your local music store, become friends, and ask him for one. Or if you're involved with any companies at all, you can get one through a company that vends there.
There's ways to get them. That's a good tip. Asking through your local music store, because they all get them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good advice.
Let's see. Great Vanzini says Cosmo is a big Canadian store, so their fest is like Gear Fest at Sweetwater. Yes, about I'd say what, a quarter of the size, Sammy?
Quarter of the size of what? Of Sweetwater?
Of Sweetwater, as far as like the tents and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. It's
now,
like,
I will say though, the live concerts at Cosmo are better than Sweetwater because they have the who's who of Canadian music going on.
I remember Geddy Lee was there. He didn't play, but he was doing a signing. That was crazy.
Yeah, and Dave Grohl was driving him around. He was the chauffeur.
Yeah, Dave Grohl was there. I remember that. Dave Grohl was there. That was crazy. Yeah, that was cool. That was awesome.
I ran into, actually, just before I met up with you, I ran into Greg Godovich from Canadian rock band Goddo, who had a few hits in the 70s. Like for us, that was running into, like name a band that had a few hits in the 70s, and all of a sudden I'm like, holy shit, it's Greg Godovich,
Okay, it's a big Canadian band.
Yeah, like literally, I told him, I'm like, dude, I play one of your songs in every demo I do of a phaser, because he had a song that was heavily phaser based, and he's like, really? It's like, yeah.
No shit. Do you remember a Canadian band called Trooper?
Hell yeah, I know Trooper.
All right, that's cool. See, that's another Canadian band, man. My dad's band used to open for them.
Yeah, they are originally from out west, but they play around here at least once or twice a year. Still,
they're still going. See, that's fucking badass. That's cool. Yeah. Dude, Canadians just know how to rock. That's just how it goes.
We try.
You got Bryan Adams, bro.
We have Bryan Adams. This is true.
Who could write? Just gets it. Gets it. Yeah, that's awesome.
Exactly.
That's cool. The best, man. My buddy, I was telling you earlier about doing that session in Canada, in Toronto or whatever, and I'll find the studio and send it to you. But it was with this producer and engineer named David Bendith, He's a big mix. He's in the States now, but he grew up in Canada and he went to school with Rush. Like they were just like went to the same high, like, or at least Getty and Alex. And it's like at just his high school, the musicians, it's like it wasn't only them. It was like I'm forgetting some of the other names right now, but it's like, holy shit, dude! It's like that was your high school class, like Getty Lee, Alec. Like they used to just play shows together and stuff. Like that's completely crazy.
My dad saw Rush play. He was at a car show in 1968 or 69, and Rush was playing at a car show.
Isn't it? Yeah, shit like that. What the hell?
Because it was a gig, right?
Yeah, it's just a gig. It's whatever. That's crazy.
Pat of Pedal Room says some other Canadian musicians are April Wine and Frank Marino. April Wine I've seen live more than any other band.
Really? Wow.
That's including cool. They played at Cosmo Music Fest in 2018. April Wine was one of the bands playing. That's
crazy. Wow. I like Frank Marino. I didn't know Frank Marino was Canadian.
Yep.
From where? Do you know whereabouts?
I want to say Montreal, but I could be wrong.
God. Killer. That's awesome. Who's your favorite Canadian guitar player? Do you have one?
Ooh.
That's a good question.
That's a good question. Probably Alex Lifeson.
Well, I mean, he's probably the biggest, right?
Yeah, like, and very versatile, Randy Bachman, again, another amazing player.
BTO, yeah.
But as far as like, if we want to go just like rock bands, let's go with Derry Guillen, who was a guitar player for Honeymoon Suite.
I'm not familiar with that band.
Always loved that band. Oh, yeah, and there's a good one. Jason McNamara mentions Phil X. He's pretty good.
Is he Canadian?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he's from Mississauga. West End of Toronto.
Shit. What? I didn't know that. I liked Ian Thornley. Do you know who that is?
Yeah. Actually, George Bedard just mentioned Ian Thornley in the chat. Amazing player.
He's ridiculously good. Like, insane good.
And Zach Thong, I did not forget the Killer Dwarves. I was just trying to decide, do I prefer Mike Hall, who wrote all those hits for Killer Dwarves, or Jerry Finn, that's now their guitar player, who's a great guy as well.
Wow. Somebody just said, well, Neil is the top. Like, out of everybody. And I think he's a great guitar player as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Pete Thorne's pretty good for a Canadian too, Sean Zimmer.
Yeah, he's Canadian. Yeah, he's great too, obviously. But yeah, Neil's one of my favorite musicians of all time.
Yeah, I got to see Neil live once. That was amazing.
I've seen him a few times.
He had
here we go. Rick Emmett, Pat Travers. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, when I saw Neil play, his backing band was Booker T and the MGs.
What? I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, one tour in 1993.
Wow, that's cool. God, I didn't know he played with them at all.
Yeah, it was and he had Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, and Blues Traveler opening for him on that tour. It was a good show.
That was one show.
Yeah, and it was Soundgarden on the Bad Motorfinger tour, Pearl Jam just still on their first album, Blues Traveler nobody had even heard of yet.
Wow. That's crazy. I wish those types of tours still existed, man.
Oh, I know.
Like that's kind of like a thing of the past, I think, where it's just like the unknown bands become just completely fucking legendary, Yeah. That's crazy. Robbie Krieger, my most favorite guitar player is Robbie Krieger. That's cool.
Yeah, Mark's a Doors fan. Not gonna lie.
I like the Doors.
I'll throw up Paul Dean from Loverboy as well. Always liked his guitar playing too.
Is Loverboy Canadian?
Yep.
You guys, man, just get it.
Yeah, we try.
Somebody said Avril. So the way I'm looking at this whole thing, it's like Ian Thornley, Neil Young. As far as songwriting, we got Ian Thornley, Neil Young, and then way up here is Avril.
Ask Absolute Mayhem about Avril Lavigne. His family and her family go way back. They're from the same town.
That's cool. I think she's talented. I mean,
well, yeah, she grew up like literally 15, 20 minutes down the road from here.
Really?
Yep.
Was she still live in Canada? Where does she live?
I think she's living out in LA now.
Oh, she's okay.
Yeah, because she was. Well, let's see. She was married to a buddy from Sum 41, and now I think she's still with Chad Kroeger. Maybe
they're not together anymore.
All right. Well, there you go. Notice I didn't list Chad Kroeger as a favorite Canadian guitar player.
It's all good. It's all good.
They made their money. There you go. Absolute Mayhem says Avril was my daughter's babysitter.
I think Avril's great. Like, great musician.
Yeah.
You know, when I was a kid, she was big as the world, as big as it could go. You know. I don't know what she's doing now, but.
Guitar Man 45, yes, Aldo Nova is Canadian as well.
Canadian rock.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I played a couple shows with Theory of a Dead Man. They're Canadian. I
caught them live once.
They're Canadian.
Played a festival here in town one year.
They play in the States a lot.
Yeah, they were part of that wave of the early 2000s, as I called it, the Alberta sound, because there's a bunch of bands that all came out of that area.
Are all those bands from Alberta, like Nickelback and?
I think so.
Okay.
That's what we call it. I just lumped them all in as Theory of a Nickel Creed.
Oh boy. I mean that's like a whole sound.
That's
like
a whole genre in one word right there.
They for better or worse, they changed rock. Right.
Well, they were the last bastion of rock, I think. Like what's come out really rock wise since then, right? Mainstream.
That was like, I mean, it was didn't like Chad Kroeger discovered Theory of a Dead Man, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's the story. Yeah. That was like the last huge fucking wave, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's right. Mayhem says, well, you can thank my mom and dad. They gave up their vacations the year Avril produced her first album because she was a minor and she couldn't stay in the U.S. by herself. So it was literally Mayhem's parents that spent time looking after her while she was recording her first album.
What? That's awesome.
Yep.
That's amazing.
It's the world.
I think she's great. Like, that's awesome. What's she like? What is she like?
Mayhem? What is she like? As I recall, he said she was pretty damn cool. Yes, Jason McNamara, Bare Naked Ladies. Great Canadian band.
Guess who? Yeah, see? Fuck, man. Yeah, Chad Kroeger did produce the first one. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I'm 99% sure he did.
Yeah, that after going through all this, I got to go with Neil, though.
Yep. Pretty iconic. Somebody mentioned Joni Mitchell. Yeah, amazing.
Joni's not Canadian, is she?
Yeah. She might even be from Winnipeg area as well.
There's a video. Once we get off, I'm gonna send you a video of Joni playing in an apartment when she's a kid.
Nice.
And it's Bob Dylan, her, somebody from the Doors. It's crazy. I love Joni.
Where is she from? Fort McLeod. I don't know where that is.
I don't know. I didn't know she was Canadian, man.
Alberta.
See, there you go. A lot of good music out of there, man. It's like Detroit, bro.
Yeah, Steppenwolf. Yeah. They were out of the Kitchener-Waterloo area. Who's, let me think, Jerry Edmonton, who is the drummer from Steppenwolf, is the uncle or cousin to Daryl Miller, who's the drummer from the Killer Dwarfs.
Small world, man. Wow. Have you ever played
Rainbow Butt Monkeys? Everyone knew them worldwide as Finger 11, but I knew them as the Rainbow Butt Monkeys when they used to play in my hometown once a month.
They changed the fucking name?
Yeah, they were told by the label Rainbow Butt Monkeys wasn't marketable.
Yeah, we'll sign you, but we can't go with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all right. Hey, bro, I'm gonna refill this drink one more time.
Let's do it.
1 second.
Voivod, good Montreal band, correct? Tragically Hip, sure. Foghat is not Canadian. Come on, Terry. Our Lady Peace, good band out of Toronto. Moist, never got into them. Vancouver band. Odds, great Canadian band out of Vancouver. Matthew Good, never got into them. But that's okay, pedal room, right? We can't agree on everything. But who is the Canadian Elvis? Ronnie Hawkins, because he basically brought rock and roll to Canada. Sloan, Halifax band. I like Sloan. Brian Adams, who spent time all over the world, but basically called Vancouver home growing up. And hello and welcome, Fret Buzz. Jay. I didn't see the J at first. 87 thumbs up. Nice. Not a record yet, Terry. The record for a live stream, I believe, is 120 thumbs ups. She's not a musician. She just dates them. Mayhem. Yeah, even with a guest, Terry. I'm 99% sure we did. I thought we did 100 with the Tone King. I could be wrong, though. Band in a Box. Vancouver, BC. Nice. Bob and McKenzie. Good Canadian boys. Aren't you lucky, SD Design? Oh, beer burps. Gordon Lightfoot from Orillia, Ontario, just north of Barrie. Celine's from Montreal area. Shawn Mendes, Justin Bieber. Fine, Zach, if you want to go there. Moxie Fruvis, Brack. Where did you pull that out of your ass? Moxie Fruvis, really? Wow. Jagged Little Pill was an amazing record with Taylor Hawkins playing drums. You mean some 41 Mayhem, not some 21. Leonard Cohen. Yeah, we're just going over Canadian artists here. Hey, Richard Poole. Hello. Hey, from early morning UK. Wow, we've crossed the divide. Now we're pulling in the European viewers watching with morning coffee.
All right, now we're talking European artists right now.
There we go.
Start. Beatles. No, I'm just kidding.
Dave Navarro and Flea did play on You Ought to Know, correct? Yes, Jason. Okay. Brian Landreth asked Sammy how people feel from Detroit about Bob Seger.
Oh, he's a hero. He's the best. I've gotten to know him a little bit. He's like the sweetest guy.
Nice.
And still great. I believe he's like 72 or 73 years old. He still tours, and is still amazing. Voice hasn't gone at all. Like, he's one of my favorite artists. Like, as a songwriter,
Amazing stuff.
To be able to just universal feelings in songs. You know,
I can say Bob Seger is the only artist that both myself and my father have covered on stage.
Oh, see, that's cool. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome? What were they doing? Like turn the page or something?
No. Blame It on the Moon.
Oh, that's a great song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Killer. Yeah, I love that song. He still plays that sometimes.
Yeah. And that's one thing I always love is doing covers. Like, let's not do the hits. Let's do some album cuts by these guys that you love.
Blame It on the Moon, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a great song. I love that song. He's got so many. It's like, it just never ends, you know?
I agree.
He's a wonderful guy.
Jason McNamara asks, how do people from Detroit feel about Ted Nugent? Love, 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 damn Yankees.
Love it. I mean, I'll speak for myself, but I love his guitar playing. Just don't like everything else, you know, about him.
I'm kind of the same boat there, Sammy.
But no, he's a great. I mean, classics, bro. Stranglehold, got scratched. When he was a kid, he was a fucking monster. Like if you watch him like in the 70s when he's fucking flying around like in the Indian fucking gar. Yeah, dude, come on.
Swinging around on a rope wearing a loincloth.
Oh yeah. Yeah, classic. But now it's, you know, whatever. But it's cool. No, I mean, great songs, great riffs, cool tone.
Yep.
Great guitar.
Craig Tomlinson has to head out. He says, wish I could stick around longer, but need to crash. Got to work tomorrow. Thanks, Sammy, for hanging tonight. Have a great night. Cheers, Craig. Thanks for tuning in. Wilmar Nile Bond as well. Great show tonight, guys. Thanks. I'm off now. Cheers, Will.
Cheers.
Popping in. Let's see here. Yeah, people are mentioning a few. Bob Seger track. Main Street, great song. Roll Me Away. Yes. Fire Lake for sure.
I used to live near Main Street. He wrote that song about Main Street, Ann Arbor, Michigan. I used to live right by there.
Okay. Yes. Jason McNamara, Jeff Healey was in fact Canadian. Another great blues player.
Jeff Healey, yeah, great. Amazing. Underrated.
Yeah. He used to own a blues club in downtown Toronto. Great place.
Yeah,
open mics every Tuesday night.
That's killer, man. That's awesome.
Grumpy Mike says, saw Ted in 79, Scorpions and Blackfoot opened. It was life-changing. Wow, that'd be a good show.
See, like something like that. That's what I was talking about. Like that type of show. Are you serious? That's crazy. In the heyday, too. It's like when they were young and ripping, you know? Yeah, that's cool.
Apparently, Terry posted some videos of Jeff Healey playing a Les Paul. Nice.
That's cool. Yeah, that's probably a rarity.
Yeah, because he was a Strat guy forever and a day.
Oh, yeah.
Janice saw Jeff Healey in New York City. Nice. Yeah, I remember when Jeff passed, it hit the guitar playing world pretty bad.
When did he pass away?
I got to look that up. Because, see, on one hand, I think it was 20 years ago, but on other hands, it might have only been 10.
Okay. I knew he had passed, but I didn't know. I don't know when.
Let's see, 2008.
Okay.
There we go. Huh. I didn't know he played in the Ringo Starr All-Star Band for a period of time.
No, that's cool.
Very cool. Hey, Kenneth Russell is here. Hey, bud, just got here. Welcome, Kenneth Russell.
Cheers, dude.
The rebuilding is going well, Kenneth. Unfortunately, Kenneth had his channel hijacked a month and a half ago, and he's had to start a new YouTube channel from scratch. So if you are watching or on replay or in live now in the chat and haven't already subscribed to Kenneth, please give him a sub.
What happened? What happened to his channel?
Oh, the hackers got involved, took over his channel, blocked him from accessing it, and then they started uploading copyrighted content, which got the channel taken down. And
that sucks.
Yeah, he's been dealing with this for about 2 months now. Brian Landreth has Jeff Healey's autograph. Nice.
That's cool.
Tom Harhigh says, did anyone see that Rick Nielsen just bought Geddy Lee's 59 Burst? I did not see that.
Interesting. That's cool.
Although I did see Rick Nielsen at NAMM at one of the Gibson parties.
He's a part owner of Chicago Music Exchange. Did you know that? And Reverb.
I did not know that.
Yep. So like a lot of his stuff is there. Believe it or not. Like a lot of his old equipment, like I got to play like the Live at Budokan Explorer, the one he played on that record.
Oh wow.
It's just there and it's all road beat up, you know. And like he's got a lot of vintage Gibsons, a lot of old, you know, really sought after stuff. Yeah, crazy. Wow. But no, he's supposed to be a really nice guy, and he's like one of the biggest collectors out there.
Let's see. Gary Tholander has got to head out. See you, Gary. Great hanging out with you last night. Have a good one, man.
Cheers, guys.
Let's see. Mayhem says, question for Sammy. Speaking of Canada, have Sammy ever played a Godin guitar? They make awesome guitars, both electric and acoustic.
I want to get one of their nylon string electrics. The black
That's what everybody says.
Yeah. I want one. So I was talking to Steve about that, and he said Godin is his longest endorsement. Believe it or not, out of everything.
Nice.
He's had it for the longest time. Like he's had it. I'm pretty sure since like the late '80s. He's played Godins because he does that whole like acoustic guitar solo live.
Right.
You know, but he's used those since the beginning.
Nice.
But that's what I want. I want like the slim neck one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Jamal, good to see you. Ron Hobbs has to head out. See you, Ron. Thanks for tuning in, buddy.
Yes. We should probably should we call it soon, or what do you want to do, man?
We got 11 minutes to break the record, apparently.
Oh, okay. Oh, we can do that. That's nothing.
Kenneth has 2 Godins. Great guitars. Nice. All right. See you, Janice. Janice has to head out. That's what we still got 62 people watching. Wow.
This has been a blast, man.
I'm glad you're having fun.
Oh, dude. Yeah, this is great.
Why it took us a year to do this,
I know. Yeah, we should have done it earlier.
I blame myself on that. So, yeah.
Oh, that's nothing. That's nothing. We'll do it more. It's only the beginning.
Exactly. Padded Pedal Room says, I got a Simon and Patrick Woodland Folk Pro Acoustic made by Godin, and it's great.
It's cool. Nice. I've heard those are good. I'm familiar.
They are nice. A Guitar Man 45 has to head out. See you, man. And there we go. There's Mr. Baker.
Is Robert in here?
Yep.
Oh no, dude.
Did I not call him?
Let me get in this chat. Hold up. I am a nerd. Robert, hop in.
He showed up 8 minutes early. Yeah, Robert, do you want to pop in for the last few minutes here?
Let's see if he's got his setup going.
Yeah, I can send you a link. We could jump in for a few. Actually, I should mention that. Jason McNamara, do you want to jump in for a couple minutes as well?
To do a catwalk hair off. Yeah, exactly.
Should have mentioned that to Jason an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, or 3 hours ago, or whatever it's been. But SD Design, who is Robert Baker? He's some long-haired kid. Oh, he's in bed on the laptop. Otherwise, he
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right. Well, we'll have Mr. McNamara pop in for a few minutes.
No, that's perfect. Nice. Robert, did you get sick at NAMM? Did you get Namthrax? I hope not. James, dude, you got to check out James Kohler. Just commented. Just a great guitar player.
Just send it through Facebook Messenger, Jason. SD Design says, does Robert Baker play in a band? I hear his name quite often. No, he's just a kick-ass YouTuber, guitar player, who spends his time, at least at NAMM events, between Vola and Rev booths, going back and forth 15 times a day.
Legend.
Oh, he started getting sick the Sunday night at the airport leaving NAMM. Of course.
Dude. I'm sorry. That sucks.
Yeah.
I hope you're over it by now. I'm sure you are. Hopefully. Nice. There you go. Everybody sub Jason. Or everybody sub Jason. Everybody sub Robert and James.
Exactly.
Where it's just a sub city. When are you coming back to Pittsburgh? Hopefully this year. Hopefully this spring. Yeah. now it's international.
There we go.
Fellas, how you doing?
Or intercontinental, excuse me.
Doing good, and we finally get together on a hangout, Mr. McNamara.
We did do it once before. We did. Remember, there was like one of you guys were doing. Or sorry, you guys were doing your massive drinking party night, and I forget his name. You even apologized at NAMM for him again, who was crashing the party and just making it ridiculous.
Yeah, but that was off air. Now we have you to the public on my channel.
Ah, that was off air, was it? Hey, my first time to the public. Hi, public.
Welcome everyone. Jason McNamara, folks.
I'm doing this on my iPhone, so I don't know why it's not really going widescreen enough. But anyway, it's all good.
They look good, man.
Yeah, I look like crap still, though. Like, I look like I got black eyes and stuff. I just haven't been getting enough rest lately. I've been too busy trying to get things done for my show. But listen, Sammy, it was awesome meeting you at NAMM, dude. That was really cool.
It was great hearing you play, bro. I like to hear you play all those amps. That was killer.
You know, funny thing is, that was the most I've ever played at NAMM in the 5 times that I've been there. I've never spent that much time at NAMM, ever.
That's how it goes in that booth, man. Everybody, it's like easy to just sit there and wail.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Like Friedman's
No, great, man.
so damn nice. It was really fun to do that.
Oh yeah,
It's the area to do it too, man.
Oh, no question at all. I'm actually going to head out and get myself some lunch. So that's why I've actually answered this on my iPhone, so I can actually take you guys out on the streets of Tokyo with me while I'm going to get lunch, just for something different.
nice.
Dude, sweet. Yeah, it's perfect.
What time is it here now?
I'd say hey to my
Tell me,
cousin Doug tuning in.
is this back to front for you guys or the right way around?
No, it's the right way around.
Oh,
I can
cool.
see you.
Right.
Yeah, we can see you.
Yeah, it was just I didn't
Apparently,
know whether
it's 1:02 p.m. in Tokyo.
correct. It is on Monday afternoon. I'm Future Boy. That line from Back to the Future, you know.
Nice.
Future Boy. See, I'm just heading out of my place.
What time is it there?
Yeah, so 1:02 p.m. on Monday afternoon.
Wow.
Well, see, that's the funny thing. Like when I go to NAMM, like
Nice.
when I left here for NAMM on the Tuesday a couple of weeks ago, it was 4 p.m. here when I flew out of Tokyo, and it was on Tuesday. It was 8 a.m. on Tuesday when I arrived in Los Angeles.
Yeah, exactly. You don't lose any time.
But then when I come home, it's the complete opposite. So like when I come home, it's let me think. I left at 10:40 a.m. on a Monday morning, and I got home at I think 3:30 p.m. on a Tuesday afternoon.
Wow.
Yeah, bummer.
But the funny thing is, though, like because I fly with United usually when I come out of the States, it just seems to be the airline that I end up with, which is not a bad thing. I've got to be honest; I kind of like them. I'm not doing a big endorsement thing, but I've found them to be pretty good for my needs.
They've always treated me well.
Yeah, they've always treated me fairly well too, which is good. Actually, I've got a funny story about that in a second. But I was like, when I fly over, right, we go like from Tokyo directly across the Pacific to LA. It's almost like a straight line. But when you fly home, if I can do this on here, it's kind of weird because it's back to front for me. You fly out of LA and you actually fly up the coast past Seattle, up past through Canada and Alaska and across Siberia and Russia and all that, and then down sort of alongside Korea and then down into Tokyo.
Why is that?
I guess because the tailwinds must have them like no like issues with the tailwinds there, and then coming back, it's like a loop over thing. I assume. I mean, I'm not a pilot.
Got it.
That's just my assumption.
Got it.
Now, I'm just going to put this phone in my pocket for a second. I'll still be able to hear you because of the headset, but I've got to put a clip on my bike so I can ride my bike and travel with you guys.
Quite all right. Quite all right.
We're in Tokyo. This is sick.
Yeah,
Music Therapy Laz says he enjoyed meeting you at the Johnny Bean dinner, Jason.
Yeah, man, that was fun. We had a good night out at Mari's. John Mancuda, who organised the whole thing, is a big fan of that joint, and everyone was really cool, man.
You did the Thursday, I did the Saturday, I believe.
That's why we didn't see each other there.
That's right. I just, I just had a drunken Aaron with me when we first met up on the Wednesday.
Yes, you certainly did. He was shit-faced and then some.
Yep.
Now, I don't know if this is going to be shaking like crazy because I'm riding my bike, but I'll even flip the camera around in a minute so you can just see, or I might even take it out of the holder so you can see it a bit more smoothly.
That'd be awesome.
Actually, you know what? Here you go. I'll do this. Actually, I'll just hold on to it because there shouldn't be any police around here where I live. Can I flip the camera? Let's see. There we go. There's a flip button there. Yes, I know I'm in the show. Here we go. Okay. Is the camera going to flip? There it is. Okay. So
nice.
That's my apartment
so
building
cool.
where I live. It's not really an amazing place, but it's all right. It does the job. It's quite quiet and peaceful around here. And then this is just the street heading towards the shops to go and get myself some lunch. That's an aged care facility. There's another aged care facility back over there for some reason in the suburbs. So I guess you got to take care of the old people. There's no question of that.
Of course.
Straight ahead of me is a junior high school. Actually, I wonder if they're gonna. You know what? Screw it. Just for a bit of fun. This is actually not the way that I wanted to go, but I'm going to take you up to the local 7-Eleven because a lot of people who aren't from Japan freak out about Japanese 7-Elevens. They're so much better than the American ones.
Oh shit! All right.
I'm down.
I don't know what Canadian ones are like. I've never been to Canada.
Well, you need to come, Jason. We'll hang out.
Yeah, but
There's a lot of Canadian rock, bro.
Oh, dude, I know. I mean, hell, about. I know Ben's seen it. Have you seen, Sammy, that video when Alex Lifeson came into the shop that day and I got to hang out with him for an afternoon?
I have not. I need to look at it. We were just talking about him.
I know. I had a bit of a break in the show for a while, but came back and yeah, man, all the Canadian musicians. It's amazing how many great musos are from Canada.
We were just talking about it. Yeah, it was great. That's the shit.
So there's our 7-Eleven from the front, but very close to my house. But inside, it's very different to what you used to. So like they sell.
Are you going to go in?
Yeah, of course I can. They sell
cool.
concert tickets and all that stuff in here. It's a bit different to the rest of the world. So medicines, or these are just energy drinks and stuff like that. Hell, I think they even sell, funny enough, hang on, have they got any here? Some convenience stores you walk into, they even sell stuff like that happy goat weed kind of stuff that's supposed to make you a bit more horny for sex. And I came in here on, let me think, it was about 3 or 4 days before NAMM, and I was actually on the phone with a friend of mine who is friends with Billy Sheehan. She's an Australian sound engineer. And I walked into this exact store, and just down here on the shelf here, they actually had some Matchbox cars. Like you can see, there's some Hot Wheels and stuff here. They had some Matchbox cars, which were limited edition Beatles ones. Like there was a set of 5, and they were printed with various Beatles albums. I think it was Abbey Road, Revolver, Help. I'm sorry, I'm blanking right now, but I love the Beatles. And so while I was talking to Jade, I was like, oh my God, look at these Beatles cars. This is insane. There was 2 full sets and 1 spare of Help, I think it was. And it was like a combi van and various cars from the 60s, but with all these Beatles album covers on them. And I actually bought the 2 sets and the spare one for Mike Portnoy because him and his daughter are huge fans. And I know it's just time and place, but yeah, I get that sort of stuff here. And it's crazy. Like, it's just very, very different to the rest of the world. Typical girly magazines, but they're not nudie magazines most of the time. They're just magazines of style and like stuff for the kids. And
now, is this where you're picking up all your young guitar magazines to sell for hundreds of dollars on eBay?
Funny enough, they actually don't sell them in this particular one. You have to go to a pretty big one to get them. But then again, you generally go to a guitar shop because you got to understand, here in Tokyo, we got more guitar shops than any other city in the world per square kilometer.
Really?
It's ridiculous. Like, oh man, you wait. When you get over here one day, Sammy, I'll take you out and show you around, and you'll just freak out over like all the guitar shops and stuff here. It's insane.
I'm sure, man. Wow. It looks amazing.
I don't know what it's like because you guys are big drinkers. We have alcohol in our stores here. I don't know if you have that in Canada or America.
We're just starting to have alcohol in the stores in Canada.
Like, I mean, this here is huge. That's a 4-liter bottle of sake, and it's 7-Eleven branded Japanese sake.
Damn.
Wow.
And for the record, it's sake, not sake, as a lot of people like to say. Just like it.
Sake.
No, it's not sake. It's sake.
Sake.
It's just ke on the end.
Okay.
Like it's a short sound. Like this one here. Like, how would you guys pronounce that?
1 cup.
I can't read it. Ozeki.
No, the Ozeki.
Ozeki.
Kind of close. I did hear you say it, Sammy. It's ozake. Sorry, ozeke.
Ozeki. Okay.
Sorry. Actually, I screwed it. Ozeki. It's not ki like a long sound. It's ki like a short ki sound.
Gotcha.
So it's just reading Japanese is a different thing. Like, say for example, that one there is obviously in Japanese. That's an even easier one to read, right? That just says ma ro. Ru. Maru, meaning circle. Hence why it's got that on there. So most Japanese of these types of simpler characters, not the kanji like this stuff, but the more sort of simple, like this kanji there, that's a hiragana, which is the same as that alphabet. There's 3 alphabets here. But you can read anything that ends with a vowel is a character. So, for example, that O is O, which is 1 character. The ZE being ze is one character in Japanese, so it would be like one character like that. And then the ki or ki is one character again. That's, I don't know, just while we're here and I'm showing you around. And can you hear the terrible music in the background? It just faded out. It was Daydream Believer, which they have as kind of their theme thing. And then here we get all sorts of manner of crazy Kit Kat flavors. Like for some reason right now we have a ruby flavored Kit Kat with some sort of an almond or some sort of a nut inside. I don't really know. I think it looks like an almond. And we get all sorts of stuff like that out here. And it's really different to a lot of other places here in Japan.
No doubt.
It's literally like another planet.
We have a question for you, Jason. How popular are heritage guitars in Japan these days?
Yeah, these days, look, there are definitely people around who are fans of them, who are still fans of them. You see them around a little bit. If I'm not mistaken, I think Heritage has been bought now by Band Lab.
Okay.
By the way, fresh bananas, just for the record. And
Sure.
and fresh Japanese prepackaged. I'll get back to the question in a second. Japanese prepackaged meals. So like, you know, you do fast foods and stuff. Here we have like a weird interpretation of pasta, but you can get here things like mabudofu, which is this one here, and then where are the others? Like basically, this is a very typical kind of a Japanese bento meal that you would get. You know, a bit of rice and a bit of egg and beef or something like that, or a fish lunch or something like that. That is just there ready to go. This cup of whatever the hell's in there.
Wow.
But yeah, this is kind of the sort of foods that you get. So honestly, if you come to Japan, and considering, right, like that cup is pretty heavy. It's 321 yen including tax. That's in American at least about $3.
Nice.
And it's a decent meal. So if you come to Japan and you're on a bit of a budget and you don't want to go spending too much money, oddly enough, you can survive pretty easily on convenience store food. You know, like this here is one of the sorts of things that I eat quite regularly. This is a funny one. This one's called oyakudon. And the funny thing about oyakudon is that it's got rice in the bottom, it's got egg there, and it's got chicken there. Now, I know this is going to sound silly, but where do eggs come from, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. But answer the question though. Where do eggs come from?
Chickens?
Correct. The funny thing is that the name of this thing is actually called parent-child meal.
Oh, dear Lord.
No.
Wow.
Oyakudon that is it basically directly translates to parent-child meal.
I like this. Kenneth Russell says, seriously interesting stream. Well, you know, it's not a Ben Sunday night hangout until we end up in a Tokyo 7-Eleven. I'm just saying.
Which you've done how many times before?
Well, we were setting records here, Mr. McNamara. We're setting records.
Look at this. We even have Godiva chocolates in the store here.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
You know, like there's a packet of 5 Godiva chocolates there. It's like about $5. There's a nice little setup there. I mean, it's Valentine's Day coming anyway, but even still, you get stuff like that all the time around here. So anyway, so there you go. So there's a quick look at a 7-Eleven.
Nice.
And then just across
Dude, that
the
was
street,
so cool. That was awesome.
That's
Wow.
right. You're welcome.
Very cool.
And then just across the street, we have a Family Mart, which is yet another convenience store, as we call them in Japan, konvini, just for the record.
Nice.
So there's a Family Mart right there. Not that I need to go in there now. I'm going to get some lunch, but I just thought I'd tell you it's there. Now, to get back to Heritage Guitars. So the owner now of Heritage Guitars also owns Tesco or Tiesco, depending on how you want to pronounce it.
Yeah.
They also own, they did own 50% of Rolling Stone, but they recently sold it. They own a few other online publications and print magazines as well. And the company is called Band Lab. Band Lab is out of Malaysia. Oh, by the way, that's the elementary school that my son is going to start at in April when the school year starts.
Wow.
So that's not too far from my house at all, which is nice. It's quite a large size school. Sorry if there's too much wind here. I'm just going to cross the road because I want to head to get some lunch. And so, so BandLab owns all of that, and they're a decent-sized company. They also own Mono, as in the cases and pedal boards and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the other brands, but they had a decent-sized booth at NAMM as well. It was kind of similar vibe and feel to the Reverb booth, except for the fact that they have instruments and stuff in there, because they also obviously are a manufacturer, and I think they do a reasonable amount of distribution themselves as well.
Cool.
So they're reviving Heritage, and now of course I remember Heritage well because Gary Moore was using one back in his Wild Frontier and After the War days, who's my absolute guitar god.
Very cool. Very cool.
I'm a big Gary Moore guy too.
Oh man! Hey, and Sammy, it's funny. I was looking for a photo just before to show you. Somebody else actually said this to me once upon a time when they saw this photo that I'll have to send you sometime after we finish the stream, and even probably another day because I might forget later. You look a ridiculous amount like me when I was your age.
We were talking about that at NAMM. I think you showed it to me. It's awesome.
It's kind of bizarre, Ben, but the hair is very, very similar, and I didn't have a goatee at that stage, and
no goatee, nice.
It's kind of trippy, seriously. That like going back to photos of me when I was. How old are you now, Sam?
27.
Okay, well I was 23 in the particular photos that I've got, and it's really bizarre. Like somebody could almost be like, "Shit, are you two siblings or what?"
I remember. I think you pulled that picture up when you were at NAMM, and it was awesome. Yeah,
it's kind of bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's a small world. You have a lot of doppelgangers in this life, man.
Yeah, there seems to be a few around the place.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this is typical suburban Tokyo. Like if anybody's ever been to Tokyo before and you know where Shibuya is, as people like to pronounce it, it's actually Shibuya, but people like to say Shibuya. That was, actually, if I ride, it's 11 kilometers that way on a bike. I'm sorry, I don't speak miles. I only speak kilometers because Australia and Japan both use the metric system.
That's okay. So do I.
There you go. Oh, good. Because, yeah, man, the Americans speak some weird gibberish when it comes to all that stuff.
That's right, Mr. Baker.
Whatever.
You're older than Sammy.
No, he's not.
What did Robert say?
Hey, he's like 27. Dang, I'm older than Sammy.
He's not. We're all the same age at heart, all right?
That's right.
It's true. I'm 47, and Jesus, I'm really not that kind of old in some areas of myself. My body thinks I'm old, but my brain doesn't.
I know the feeling. I'm 45 and still waiting to grow up.
Yeah, likewise, mate. Supermarket just there for the record. I'm just about to get around the corner to Hotomoto, which is where I'm going to get my lunch from today.
Nice. We'll probably wrap things up when you arrive. That way, since Sammy and I have been going for 3 hours at this point.
Lightweights. No, I'm only joking. That's a long stream.
We're having fun though, man.
The longest has been 6 hours for me. So
who'd you do a 6 hour stream with?
Oh, a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did one once that was 5 hours, and we didn't even start it till 10 at night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you have a guest from Europe or something?
I blame the captain, Michael Smith, for that episode. So.
He's a champion, that guy.
Yes, he is.
If there ever was one. So just the record, this isn't like a mega main street, but this is like one of the main streets in the area that goes down to the main central point of our little district or ward, as you call it here.
It looks amazing, man.
Yeah.
Hello, Guitar Ray. Guitar Ray's tuning in from West Australia.
Oh,
amazing.
The home of my favourite band in Australia, Carnival. Carnival, if you've never heard of them.
I love them.
Oh, dude. How good is that band?
That's some serious musicianship, man.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah.
So, Ben, you would actually probably really like Carnival, but I've got to warn you, just like bands like Rush and Yes and things like that, the first time you hear them isn't really enough to be able to go, yes, I get this band. You have to listen to them a few times over to really figure what they're all about. It's spelled Karnivol, Carnival, and they're actually the band. I heard you mentioning somebody that you said you've seen the most times. Carnival is the band I've seen the most times in
Okay.
my life too, and I haven't even seen them in 10 years since having left Australia.
Yeah, for me it was April Wine. I think I've seen 6 times now.
Yeah, I think I've seen Carnival about 10 times, but I absolutely love that band.
And speaking of which,
Wow,
thanks
man.
again, Jason, for the info on Maximum the Hormone when I was trying to track them down.
Oh, yeah, no problem. No problem. Hey,
Yeah.
konnichiwa. Sumimasen. Katsudon kudasai. Hey, Betsu no sakana no
Hey,
kisu
Kuninja.
dake tanpin kudasai. So. これ、と一緒にください。別々のケースいらない。はい、お願いします。Sorry, guys. Just,
Quite all
I
right.
think you could figure out what I was doing. はい、お願いします。
There we
Oh,
go.
that's cool.
All right. Well, you're waiting on your food there. We'll wrap things up here because we did set a record, Sammy. You beat your previous record by 15 minutes.
Next time we're going for 4 hours.
There we go. Sounds
And
like
we'll
a plan.
start with us 3. And
There
then
we
we'll
go.
start bringing in special guests.
I like that. I like that idea.
Thanks for having me
fun.
on, bro.
Thanks, Zach Thong. He says later, Sammy and Ben. See you tomorrow
Sure,
night after Brian's show. Yep, awesome. So, do you have anything to add, Sammy?
Nothing. It's been a pleasure, man. Been a total
Word up.
pleasure. I've got some music coming out in March, but it's all good.
Awesome. We'll share that around the social media, get everyone interested.
Cheers.
Mr. McNamara, we didn't spend enough time together at NAMM, partially because I was shielding Aaron from you or you from Aaron. Definitely, we have to do one of these live streams together, my man. You're,
we'll
you're
get
a
around
wealth
to
of
it.
information and a good soul.
Oh, you're too kind, mate. I'm an asshole.
No, you're not.
Look,
I've hung out with you. You're not.
You know what it is? I'm just really blunt, that's all. And people either love it or they hate it. That's all there is to it. And I'm not blunt because I think I'm better than anybody. I just haven't got time for bullshit, that's all.
I agree. And I think for you to add, I think you should talk about this new show you have in the works.
Well, thank you, sir. Anybody who's interested, please check out, all one word here, electricencounters.net. I am trying to, I don't want to say save the music industry, but I'm trying to save the music industry. Basically, we're doing a television show and a documentary series. The television show is essentially a have a day to hang with your heroes type of a situation. So much like, say, the Make-A-Wish Foundation, which does a beautiful job of taking care of the kids, nobody's really doing anything to give an opportunity to people who will thrive from it. Like people like Sammy is a perfect example here. People who work their asses off and haven't become a big famous household name, but have cred and do decent things and try to inspire others. And we're going to get those people a chance to have a day to hang with their heroes. That's essentially what we're doing with that. The documentary series, thanks, mate. The documentary series is a 6-part series at the moment. When we finish editing, it could become 8, but we'll get to that when we get to it. But the plan is to try and bring focus so that there is better money for the education of music in public schools. I don't know about Canada. I'm still learning about the US, but in Australia, for example, only 23% of public schools offer education for music in schools. Isn't that ridiculous?
That's ridiculous.
It's awesome.
So we're trying to basically raise awareness. Like, I want to be able to do it so that it fires people up, so that they'll go into their local MP's office or their education board and not try and draw blood, but just be like, I need more more money for school music programs so that my kids can learn music. Because the funny thing is, if you look at the majority of the CEOs around the world, and Andy Mooney, who's now at Fender, is a perfect example, and JC, who's now at Gibson, are a perfect example as well. These guys came from industries which weren't even musical instruments. JC came from Levi's, and I forget where Andy came from. It wasn't Ralph Lauren, but it was something along those lines. And these are people who have a massive music background who ended up becoming CEOs in musical instrument companies, but there's so many other people out there who are CEOs of various companies that have a music background. Music is so important in a kid's development. And I've got a 4-year-old daughter and a 6-year-old son, so I know full well. You know, I went to music school in my classroom at my high school, just like I'm sure you guys did too. It's such an important part of development. So we want to try and basically get that up and running. And by having the entertainment TV show and the documentary series, hopefully they'll cross over, and people who just want the entertainment will be like loyal, like people are with brands, and go, oh, this Electric Encounters also does a documentary, and through entertainment, they'll get an education at the same time.
So awesome, dude. That's amazing.
Love it.
Thanks, mate. Well, if anybody wants to support us, I mean, we actually now have the ability in America, and I would assume Canada, there'd be a way to do it too, that any donations made to the show are actually tax deductible. And all the money is going towards our production and getting things done and getting it over the line. There's a lot of work to do, and we need quite a bit of money to do it. So if anybody has the means or knows someone who's really passionate about music that has the means, that's interested in supporting us, just go to electricencounters.net and you can read up on it there. There's a link through to donate if you're in Australia. And if you're in America, contact the web form that's on there that goes straight to my iPhone, and I'll get back in contact with you, and we'll see what we can make happen.
Beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I appreciate you letting me plug that, Ben.
Of course.
That's an amazing cause, man. That's great.
When you first talked about it, I thought it was a great concept, and I've been on board since day one, as far as I'm concerned. So
I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, look, I mean, we need outlets to be able to get the word out about what we're doing, and we need to get support from people. There's no question that, we need financial support, but we also need advocates who are willing to stand up and say how important this is, because hopefully somebody has a contact through to somebody who has the means to support it, and through the advocates saying, look, this guy Jason's the real deal. He's been doing all this video stuff for a long time, and he's got connections. I mean, this is kind of where it is. When I was back home in Australia, I was kind of a nobody to some degree. I was still selling instruments in stores and, trying to be a decent dude. But since I moved to Japan, those 4.5 years working at the guitar shop here, I made a lot of contacts and a lot of connections, and got to go to NAMM for my first time through there. And now a lot of people know who I am. I don't consider myself famous by any stretch. I'm just a dude who, I don't know, just knows how to network. That's really what it boils down to.
Yeah, join the club. That's exactly the story of our lives, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, definitely, yeah. I'm glad that we did cover that, because it's a great idea, great endeavor. Definitely wish you the best with that. I definitely wish Sammy all the success with the new album coming out.
Yeah, I look forward to hearing that.
Cheers, man. I'll send it to you. Thank you.
Keep an eye on SammyBoller.com for tour dates in and around the U.S. Hopefully we can get them to Canada as well, other than just slipping across the border to Windsor, although that's cool.
That's fun. No, we'll make it to Canada this year, man, for sure.
Awesome. And I want to thank everybody that tuned in tonight. We had a lot of new names in the chat. That's awesome. Appreciate it. Definitely all the returning guys. Thanks everybody that donated to the channel tonight. That's awesome, because that allows me to go out to events and meet guys like Jason and Sammy, and cultivate these relationships to be able to bring content to you folks. So
that's what it's all about.
Yeah. Awesome. So in approximately 20 and a half hours, I will be back live with the Canucks with Guitars weekly live Q&A and bad guitar playing. And as always, folks, thanks for tuning in. Hold those doors open. Let that guy in ahead of you in traffic. Do good things, and good things will happen to you, because karma is real. I'm living the dream. Sammy's living the dream. Jason's working on living on the dream. So until next time, I'm Ben. He's Sammy. He's Jason. Rock on. Have a good night, and be good to each other, folks.
Cheers. Thank you, guys.